to talk about today. You know, one of the things I'm going to talk about, we're going to be on the air in less than 1 minute on the radio, is this false narrative that's going on, that Fox News is a party to with the media, to get this narrative going that the Republicans lost on Tuesday. We won. Pelosi's out as Speaker. We've gained in the Senate, even if we don't win the Senate. And we won a lot of other races, too. And they're getting this narrative out there that we lost when we won. Very bizarre. And Fox News is very much a party to this fake news media conspiracy. I'm going to get into that. We're going to talk about what's going on with DeSantis and Trump. And on Fridays, it is always open phones on the program on the radio on Friday. We call it Open MAGA Mike Friday. Anything and everything you have on your mind is fair game on Fridays. You're not limited to just the subject matter that I bring up. But there is a hardcore effort going on. Well, here we are. We're live. Yes, yes. Oh, man. There is so much going on. There is so much to talk about this morning. Welcome to the program. My name is Brian Craig. This is the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. On the radio since 1977, celebrating 45 years on the radio. This is the radio station of Mar-a-Lago. Our radio station covers Mar-a-Lago. And there is a vast media conspiracy against Donald Trump right now that we are going to break down and talk about today. And this false media narrative that, here we are several days into it now, this false media narrative that somehow it was a Republican loss on Tuesday. We won. Not only did we won big, we won very big. We're going to talk about that. I'm also going to talk about what's going on between President Trump and Ron DeSantis. And there's a lot to get into on all of this, and your calls are also welcome. Now, of course, it is Friday, which means that it is open phones on the program. We call it Open MAGA Mike Friday. And on Open MAGA Mike Friday, you are welcome to call in about anything you have on your mind. You're not limited to the topics that we bring up on the program today, although I would like to hear your thoughts on what I'm going to bring up on the program. At 1-888-GO-KANE 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. All right. I first want to start with what's going on at Fox News Channel. And what's going on at Fox News Channel is outrageous. It's disgusting. And I'm really upset about it. You know, Fox News is number one in cable news, not because of anyone that's on the air now or past. Why do you think Fox News is number one in cable news ratings? You know why they're number one? Because of us. Because of us. We made them number one. And I remember quite clearly how, why, and when that happened, okay? Fox News went on the air in 1994. No one watched it. And then after the 2000 Bush-Gore drama that went on, Fox News very quickly went from obscurity to number one and became the cable news network of record. That's when Bill O'Reilly went to number one. Hannity and Combs went to number one. Do you know, before that, before the 2000 Florida business, do you know what cable news was number one? It was not CNN, it was MSNBC. Believe it or not, up until that point, the political show of record on cable news was Chris Matthews. That's right. And when that was going on, all the recounts and everything in 2000, I was there. I just happened to live walking distance from where the counting was going on, where all the press were. And I was down there every day and went in the ballot counting rooms, was out there with the media, and people would go up to the Fox News reporter who was on site. It was William LaJeunesse, who was still at Fox, and people were hugging him between his reports because Fox News, people had not heard of it before, really. They realized, wow, there's like a conservative, fair and balanced news outlet out there. And word spread, and it spread fast, and the internet wasn't really a thing then, okay? And we made them number one. And now they're CNN. They're worse than CNN because they're liars about who they are, and what they stand for. I'm going to play you a piece of audio from Fox News yesterday that should make you very, very ticked off, as it did me. I was going to go another direction at the beginning of the show today until I found this, and I changed everything that I was going to do. This is Brian Kilmeade. Brian Kilmeade. He has joined many others, some of which I'll mention as the show goes on, who are dumping Trump for DeSantis. Let me share this with you. This is Brian, call us on hold, stand by. This is Brian Kilmeade yesterday.
Now, with President Trump, I would think the first indication I would look for to see if he was serious about being savvy and recalibrating is if he puts off his announcement Monday. If he puts off his announcement...
Okay, so now we got Brian. Remember I told you yesterday, everything they're doing is to try to get Trump to not announce he's running for president on Tuesday. All of them have been saying this, right? That's right. And now we got Brian Kilmeade. That's the nicest thing he says. But but right there you see he's part of the anti-Trump plot.
Savvy and recalibrating is if he puts off his announcement Monday. If he puts off his announcement Monday, it's putting team first. If he takes his announcement Monday, that'll show that it's so Trump-centric, it's going to be playing to the DeSantis or broad-scoped, big jungle primary.
Yeah, a lot of people would like, his supporters would like to see him get all behind Herschel Walker right now in the most helpful way possible.
And sometimes might be being quiet because in Georgia he's not...
Okay, did you hear that? You hear that? This is Brian Kilmeade. Trump needs to not announce he's running for president on Tuesday. And now Brian Kilmeade just told President Trump to be quiet.
All behind Herschel Walker right now in the most helpful way possible.
And sometimes might be being quiet.
Hear it? Be quiet, he just told Trump, Kilmeade.
Right now in the most helpful way possible.
And sometimes might be being quiet because in Georgia he's not that popular.
It might be being...
Wow. So be quiet. Don't announce, and you're not popular, Donald Trump. That's Brian Kilmeade yesterday. He's talking to Martha McCallum, who's a long-time never-Trumper.
Him get all behind Herschel Walker right now in the most helpful way possible.
And sometimes might be being quiet because in Georgia he's not that popular.
It might be being quiet, and also to sort of stop the bows and arrows that he's shooting at DeSantis.
Right, which is insane because...
Okay, and he's insane. Don't announce you're running. Be quiet. You're not popular, and you're insane, is what Brian Kilmeade is saying to Trump on Martha McCallum's program on Fox News.
It's like shooting at somebody because DeSantis is so much like Trump in so many ways, but different enough at 44 years old to offer different attributes.
Okay, so now Brian Kilmeade, now he's saying we need to drop Trump.
Different skill set. So I think that a lot of people are having difficulty when you see them fight with each other that are on the right, because they say I'd like them both to win.
Yeah. In fact, President Biden was asked about that yesterday, and he said, "Great, let them go at it." I love it. I love watching them go at each other. Yeah. Very interesting, Brian. Thank you.
Yeah, Brian, thank you for exposing yourself. You creep. Wow, Trump is not popular. He's insane. Be quiet. Don't announce you're running. You're not popular. Brian Kilmeade. Why don't you be quiet? Brian Kilmeade. How about that? You be quiet. Now, there's only one opening on the board. Our number 1-888-GO-CANE-1. I just got a text. Steve Kane joining us early. Oh man, this is outrageous, Steve. You with us? Not quite ready. Okay, I got a text message to put Steve on, and now he's not ready. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Maybe he's symbolically doing what we want Brian Kilmeade to do, right? Not talk. Oh, my goodness. I do want to hear your thoughts on this. 1-888-GO-CANE-1. We won on Tuesday. We had a couple of high-profile losses, right, of celebrity people. We lost Dr. Oz, okay? We lost the Senate seat there. Kari Lake is still up in the air. Herschel Walker, we didn't win it yet. That's going to run off. Who knows what's going to happen there? I think the Republican establishment are going to work to stop Herschel from winning the recount so they can give Trump a loss there. But even though we have some celebrity high-profile losses, we won. Nancy Pelosi will no longer be the Speaker of the House. And get this. Get this. It was reported yesterday afternoon that Kevin McCarthy does not have enough votes to become Speaker. That's a Trump win. Rick Scott, one of our Florida senators, is going to challenge Mitch McConnell for the speakership. I mean, not the speakership, but the leadership in the Senate, I misspoke. Those are both Trump wins, too. We won. We didn't win as big as we wanted, but we still won. And there are some that are still out that we very well will win, like Kari Lake in Arizona. Look at Lauren Boebert. She was behind. Now she's in the lead. But Fox News, with the rest of the media, have this false narrative that we lost. But you know what? Yesterday it was Candace Owens. I got Brian Kilmeade today. Brian Kilmeade is not the last one of the traitor snakes out there. Call us on hold, stand by. I'll try to reconnect with Steve as well. Our number, 1-888-GO-CANE-1. 888-465-2631. We'll take our first break of the hour. We'll come back with your calls and hopefully Steve. But even though it is open phones today, I do want to hear your thoughts on the topics we bring up, please. All right, we'll be back after this.
Don't sit on the sidelines. Get in on the action. Call the Steve Kane Show live on air now. 888-GO-CANE-1. This is the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig on Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
Do you suffer from knee pain? Have you been told that you have bone on bone or need a knee replacement? Have you been told that you have osteoarthritis? Well, then come see us at Lighthouse Medical Center. We have non-surgical solutions that include rehab and injections that can prevent you from having
If you're new to my
surgery.
channel, subscribe, and everyone, please like the video.
In South Florida, you don't have to live with pain any longer. 754-222-6642.
Just disgusting people we have going on here. Disgusting people.
6642.
Line Protection Services for all your firearm and security patrol service needs. Receive personal firearms training, including concealed carry for you, your friends, your neighbors, by professional instructor owner Mike Bronner. G-licensed security classes offered every week. For firearm and security patrol service needs, it's Eagle Eye Protection Services. Protect yourself, your family, your
Yeah, Brian Kilmeade. What a creep. But he's not alone. There's others.
Eagle Eye, your local security protection services.
The Steve Kane 2023 MAGA Cruise is right around the corner. We leave January 28th on the Celebrity Apex out of Fort Lauderdale. First stop, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Then Portola in the British Virgin
Oh, man. If you're on hold, hang on. I'll get to the calls.
events just for our group. Fine dining together every night. Cocktail parties.
Oh, the McRib is back? I might have to stop to McDonald's, get a McRib.
Lot more. On the line is Ian from
I don't like it with the pickle, though.
Ian, why should listeners book right now?
Believe me, they're working on Hannity.
During the height of the pandemic, so we got some incredible deals.
Call Ian right now and lock in your cabin. 561-244-5779. 561-244-5779.
None of them have international experience until they do.
Our president,
You know.
Donald Trump. Make your reservation right now. 561-244-5779. No liberal stowaways allowed.
Think you might have COVID? Have you come into contact with
Yeah, I don't get. I get it without pickles.
COVID test. Same-day PCR testing is available at any lab test now at Boca.
Yeah, Martha McCallum.
Where the Western Beef is. South of Palmetto on the east side of 441. Open Monday through Saturday. No appointment necessary.
Hey, it's John Tesh. Are you a sales
Pretty
professional
disgusting.
looking to take your career to the next level? Join the
Pretty
sales team of one of the
disgusting.
fastest-growing radio stations in Palm Beach County. We're looking
We'll
for
get.
self-motivated
Yes,
closers.
of course I read what President Trump said on Truth. Absolutely.
Radio group in South Florida, but the one that pays the highest commission. Email your resume to jobs@bcmglive.com. You could be a part of a great industry that's fun and has a six-figure income potential. But if you're a sales professional who has worked in the advertising sales industry or a recent college graduate looking to start your career,
Oh man, Brian Kilmeade is just. A disgusting person. Disgusting person.
On the air since 1977, it's the Steve Kane Show.
All right, we are back. I'm Brian. You're listening to the Steve Kane Show. Are you with us now, Steve? Yeah, you're with us now. You were with us before. You just weren't talking. But, all right, now, before we get into the issues, callers on hold, stand by. Stand by, okay? You know, Tom Laporta, who will never sell you a roof you do not need, is there with you. You know, here in my part of town, the hurricane was no big deal. But you drive a few minutes north. I was watching the local news in Palm Beach County, Delray and north. Oh, my goodness. They got hit pretty hard by this hurricane, even though it was only a Category 1. In fact, the winds, rains, and waves that came in not only did a lot of destruction on the coast, Delray, all the way through up north through our entire listening area, they unearthed a burial ground on the beach of Seminole Indians that they have the detectives out there getting the remains out, even though they're like 200 years old. I mean, it was a rough one. If you had any damage due to this hurricane that came in, call Tom Laporta. If you've got a leak, he can shrink. This is something Tom told me about this week. I've never heard of this before. He can shrink wrap your roof to protect your home so it doesn't leak anymore. That shrink wrap, by the way, has a 1-year guarantee to it, and he'll negotiate directly with your insurance company on your repairs or if you need a new roof. One of our listeners had Tom Laporta come out to their house yesterday, and they sent me an email after the visit. Listen to this. A nice lady wrote me, I called Tom Laporta to this email I got about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. I called Tom Laporta today because I had what I thought was a roof leak, you know, because the storm, we just went through the hurricane. Tom was so responsive, he sent Casey out to inspect it. Casey was here by 3, got there right away, almost like a first responder response time. It wasn't the roof that was leaking, but a gap in the window that needed caulking. Casey caulked it for me at no charge. Tom Laporta and his team will be my first call for anything construction from now on. I don't think I've ever been this impressed with a construction trade company. They have a new customer. Give Tom, that's amazing. Give Tom Laporta a call. He's a good MAGA guy, and this number rings directly to his cell phone, 954-604-4602. 954-604-4602, and online, LaportaContracting.com. All right, so callers on hold, stand by. You know, I mean, this is pretty disgusting what they're doing, Steve.
Breathtaking.
It is. Yeah. Well, no, it's a coordinated effort. The media and Fox News is a part of this. Yeah, you can't hear me? Uh-oh, we're in trouble. I hear. No, well, we lost Steve. We're going to have to work out problems with Steve. We can't do the sound check on the air. I don't know. You can't hear me, Steve? Okay, well, that's the only person you need to hear is me. Okay. Well, I'm fine. I don't know if you are. Okay. I know a little early. I've had a lot of coffee already. Fox News and the rest of the media are part of a conspiracy to tell America, and they're selling it pretty good, by the way, that we lost the election on Tuesday when we won. We didn't win as big as we had hoped. We didn't win everything. There were a couple of famous names that didn't win Oz. Herschel is going to run off. Kerry Lake is still up in the air. But we won. And they're out there telling you we lost. So they have this whole bunch of people out there that are leaving Trump. That was Brian Kilmeade. Yesterday, Michael Savage dropped Trump. And you know what? Screw all these people, okay? Yesterday, Michael Savage, okay, he got on Twitter and he posted a Ron DeSantis' wedding photo when he's in his naval uniform with his wife. And then he wrote on top of it, Savage, the future. So Brian Kilmeade has dropped Trump. Candace Owens has dropped Trump. Michael Savage, all 4 feet of him, has dropped Trump. And then this is someone who really pissed me off yesterday. Winsome Sears. Remember her, Lieutenant Governor in Virginia? Oh, she's black, and she says conservative things. Let's prop her up. Oh, yeah. Listen to this piece of work on Cavuto's show.
When we look at the mission, and as a Marine, we're looking at the mission, and the voters have spoken, and they have said that they want a different leader. And a true leader understands when they have become a liability. A true leader understands that it's time to step off the stage, and the voters have given us that very clear message.
So does that apply within the Republican Party, Lieutenant Governor, to Donald Trump, that it's time to step off the stage?
Yes, House of...
Oh my goodness. Now, and she's not done. Now, I would say one good thing about Winsome Sears. She's not a natural-born U.S. citizen, so she could never be president or vice president. She could be governor, she could be a senator, but neither president nor vice president. Thank the Lord, this traitor.
It's time to step off the stage, and the voters have given us that very clear message.
Well, this is it.
Does that apply within the Republican Party, Lieutenant Governor, to Donald Trump, that it's time to step off the stage?
Yes, a house divided against itself cannot stand.
All right, now she's quoting Lincoln.
And indeed, that's where we are today. And as I said before, America is the prize. Why do we want to win elections? It's because we've got to learn to love each other.
Now, keep in mind, we just won. But Winsome Sears out there is presenting that we lost.
Together.
Well, we didn't win by as much as she wanted.
Govern together, and the voters are saying enough is enough.
So if the party wants to move on, or some of the parties, such as yourself, Lieutenant Governor, maybe Governor Youngkin feels the same way, but Donald Trump still makes a speech next week that he wants to run for president. What would you think about that?
I could not support him.
Oh, she cannot support Trump now.
We have seen, for example, in those states where he has endorsed the candidate.
I hope Winsome Sears goes. I got a funny line here, Steve. I hope Winsome Sears goes the way of Sears and Roebuck, out of business.
In fact, Republicans on the same ticket, who he did not endorse, overperformed. Whereas his candidates totally underperformed by as much as 10 points. We have a clear mission. And
to screw Trump, screw America, and sell out.
These people are just dumb.
Lieutenant Governor Winsome Sears, thank you.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I know. Cavuto, who hates Trump. Thank you for your backstabbing. Thank you, Judas. I mean, what a bunch of savage. Winsome Sears, Brian Kilmeade, Candace Owens. We won on Tuesday. We didn't win everything. We didn't win as big as we wanted, but we won. Oh no, the voters said they want something. We lost. I'm so glad she's not a U.S.-born citizen. She can't be president or vice president ever. Thank the Lord. See, this is why conservatives sometimes get all excited when someone black says conservative things. They become anthropologists. Oh, look. A living, speaking African-American who says conservative things, let's prop them up because we don't want people to think we're racist, and then that's what you get, right? Oh, my gosh. What's she going to be? Now, if you're on hold, stand by. Those of you that are new to the program, we take our calls screenless, and what that means is I don't answer the phones. I just put callers on hold when they ring. Sometimes people get confused because I just put them on hold, but that is what's going on there. I just don't even answer the phone. I just put you on hold, and we take you cold and live on the air. Now, I know I'm upset and over-caffeinated at the same time, so that's not good. But there's only one opening on the board. While it is open phones on Friday, open MAGA Mike Friday, and anything and everything on your mind is fair game on Fridays, I would like to hear your thoughts on this crap that's going on here, this fake narrative that we lost. Savage, Kilmeade, Candace Owens, Winsome Sears, who are throwing Trump under the bus. And you notice the whole thing, trying to get him not to announce on Tuesday. He says he's still going to do it. One opening at 1-888-GO-KANE-1, 888-465-2631, 888-465-2631. It is a toll-free call no matter where you are listening to us. We'll take that break. Steve's here early today. And when we get back from the break, we're going to go right to the calls. We'll be back after this.
making morning radio great again.
I think you're gonna really love it.
It's the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
Oh.
Alexa rocks, and now so do you.
How can I help you?
Just say, Alexa, play Oldie South Florida.
Okay, play.
If you're new to my channel, subscribe, and everyone please like the video. Let me tell you, what is your opinion of these Judas snakes? These are the snakes that Trump reads about in the poem. Kilmeade, Savage, Candace Owens, Winsome Sears. Tell me what in the chat, if you can do it in one word, 2 words, what's your opinion of these people? I say snakes. Traitor snakes, backstabbers. What the heck? That's right. I stand with Trump. And you know what? The people do too. They're using their platforms to try to get us to turn against him. Oh my goodness. Pisses me off. I've never been this ticked during a show in a long time, because I don't take things personally. I don't get angry, but today I am. Yeah, screw Winsome Sears. You know, this is why you got to watch. You don't want to just elevate someone because they you know, conservatives are against affirmative action, but when there's a minority who says a couple conservative things, all of a sudden they get excited. That's why a story last week that President Trump was looking at Marjorie Taylor Greene as his running mate. People like, that's crazy, that's crazy. And when the story came out, the main reason was loyalty. I wouldn't be so sure. You know, see, those of you, if you're watching me here, you're like, you get your information from the internet. Television, still, it doesn't have influence with you, but it does with millions of people. Millions of people get all their information from television still, you know? And I'm going to have to make a long list. And there's people, I'm sure, out there that I haven't seen or heard do this yet. There's a full board right now on the board, you know. I hate when I have a full board of calls, and this like happened yesterday, and I take the calls randomly, and then it's Richie. It's not that I don't want to take Richie's call, but when I got a full board and I randomly go to the phones, I would like it to be someone that's not a regular. And when that happens, I'm like, oh, gosh. You know what I mean? We'll see. I'll take it at random. They kind of, yeah, Judas's. Winsome Sears. She's the Republican Lieutenant Governor of Virginia. Now, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Make sure you're subscribed. No, this is ticking me off. I had a whole nother way I was going to go today, and then I heard the thing with Kilmeade. And you notice it's all the same talking point. Postpone the Tuesday announcement. You know, what they want to do is they want to sabotage Herschel. They're not going to help Herschel. So they want him to put it off till after Herschel, so they think he'll lose. And then, well, then he'll have you can't announce now you lost Herschel. You know what I mean? That's what they're doing. They are monsters. And they're doing this the weekend of Tiffany's wedding. Tiffany's getting married at Mar-a-Lago tomorrow night. These people are scum. Scum. A zebra can't change its stripes. That's right. Well, thank you for watching, everyone. I do appreciate all of your support. And I saw we got a new member there. Welcome to the new member, and all the members. Oh no, I'm always going to be with Trump for the rest of my life. Yeah, the ones you can trust hurt the most. That's right. Yeah. Ran out of books to sell. Does he really write those books? You think? And he's always sweating, Kilmeade. Isn't he? Have you all liked the video? Make sure you like the video, everyone. This is just disgusting. I am sick. I am sick. All right. Oh, another new member. Mike, welcome to all the new members. All right, we are back. I'm Brian, Steve Kane. You with us, Steve? I am too.
I cannot believe the stupidity of these people.
It's not stupidity, Steve. It's a coordinated effort. It's a coordinated effort.
Want to know why it's stupidity? Because anybody that thinks they love, what's his name?
DeSantis.
Anybody that thinks they love DeSantis, but if this isn't cut off at the pass, and I don't even know if it can be at this point, but unless saner heads prevail, this nomination is not going to be worth having for either man, because they both got devoted followers, and they're both going to take it personally, and I mean.
Well, we have a full board of calls here. So before, I got a lot to say, but I'm going to hold off until we take some of the calls. Now, again, all the calls are screenless and random because the phones have been ringing so much, I don't know when anyone called. So if you've been on hold for half an hour and I don't take your call first because we've been on half an hour, I'm sorry, I've just lost track. The phones are that busy. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Oh, I hit it wrong. There you go. Good morning. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Joe in North Carolina. How you doing?
All right, Joe.
Joseph.
Hey, you know what? It's staring everybody right in the face. And actually, I saw on Newsmax they played a clip from one of them talking heads on CNN yesterday, as much as I hate to say it. She nailed it. He said, you know what's scaring everybody so much? They know now with the performance provided and Joe Biden's under-providing that we now have locked up the presidency for the next 12 years.
At least.
Years of DeSantis.
Yeah, but explain Kilmeade and Fox News and Republican Winsome Sears trashing Trump. What's your excuse for them?
Well, ego and stupidity.
Yeah, exactly. I think that
you give him too much credit to be stupid. This is a coordinated effort by the powers that be in the Republican Party, and have told them that they got to do it, just like Candace Owens.
They're not smart enough to realize that they're not going to be able to pass any nominee at this point unless they...
They don't care, Steve. Don't you get it? The Republican establishment don't want DeSantis to be president either. They want the MAGA movement to die. And this is what they're doing with DeSantis. One of our listeners in the chat room a couple days ago used this analogy that with DeSantis, they're fattening up the pig before the slaughter. You know, they're pumping him up, and then as soon as he gets it, they're going to throw him on. The Republican establishment want to lose the next couple of election cycles to purge MAGA as a force.
It makes sense what you're saying.
All right, thank you for your call. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Daryl, calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, Daryl.
Look, too often, I think people become prisoners of the moment. You know, everybody loves DeSantis now, you know, especially after that big win. I'm a DeSantis fan, but the Republican Party will die without Donald Trump.
That's right.
There's no way.
I agree.
No way that
the resentments and the hostilities are going to run so deep they'll never get them back together again. Unless, by some miracle, they get somebody's able to get them before it gets worse.
I probably love Trump just as much as you guys do, or probably more. That guy is the best president in my lifetime. And
absolutely.
And I got to tell you, we're in Florida, and we love Ron DeSantis too. You know, listen, we just had Ron DeSantis at one of our sponsors 2-3 weeks ago, Wings Plus, on Sample Road in Coral Springs. I met Governor DeSantis. We love him. We did an appearance with, you know, this is, you know. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. We won on Tuesday. And they have successfully sold this false narrative that Trump and the Republicans lost on Tuesday, and they're running with it. You heard this Winsome Sears, you know, Winsome Sears. The public have spoken, and they want to change the captains of the ship. We just won, you idiot.
It's the most idiotic thing that I've heard in politics over the last 6 years. And there's been a lot of stupid stuff that's come out. You know, no one is placing blame where it accurately belongs. Mitch McConnell, Kevin McCarthy, Ronald McDaniel.
And I'll tell you what, these monsters at Fox News, Brian Kilmeade, oh, the public has spoken. They haven't carried a Trump event, a speech, or a rally in over 2 years. They had a media blackout of Donald Trump when he was out there rallying with all these great candidates.
Look, Brian Kilmeade was never on the Trump bandwagon. Never was. He's just like Neil Cavuto, another one. Never liked Trump. These people at Fox, if it wasn't for Tucker Carlson, Trump Fox would be dead right now.
Well, it's dead to me. Fox News is dead to me. Screw Fox News.
Cute.
Well, just because you don't use the internet, Steve, so that's where you go for information.
That's not the point. Fox News has been, when I last night finally got myself calmed down enough to watch a little television, Fox News, they had some horrible broadcasting. They really distorted the issue, but
they're liars.
But they also were leading a charge.
Nah.
They don't know where they're going.
No, they know where they're going. Listen, Paul Ryan runs Fox News, and he has Fox News on a mission. They got a couple people, Tucker, and I got up really early this morning, and I watched Laura Ingram's show from last night, and she had somebody on there. Well, Trump should not be announcing on Tuesday. He lost the other night. That's it. We got Hannity, we got Tucker. I get it, but that's only 2 out of their 24 hours, Steve. The other 22 hours is lies, 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 and I'm sick of it. They are liars.
I'm not.
No, you got your percentages off. It's hard for me to talk about it because I'm emotional, but there are people. I watched a lot of Fox in the last couple days. So some of the worst stuff was repeated on Fox, but
I don't get it. I don't want to debate. Fox is part of the narrative, the false narrative, Steve, that we lost the other night. So I mean, come on. Now, there's one opening on the board where the last caller was. Let's take another call. Getting aggravated. Oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to make it till 9 o'clock. I've never been this upset on the air, not in a long time. And at the beginning of the show, it's not going to be fun. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian. This is Randy from Pennsylvania.
Hey, Randy. Hey.
I need to take a breath here. First of all, let me start by saying I'm glad that Kathy is getting better.
Thank you.
Listen, there's a lot of people right now that are starting to make moves, and it's obvious, and Candace Owens is one of them. I watched Ted Cruz in Georgia rallying the troops for Herschel Walker, which I agree with. I think Herschel Walker is going to be a good candidate for Georgia. But there's a lot of things that you guys talk about that I agree with, 100%. I've been listening to you now for over 6 years.
Welcome to, well, that's good. Thank you so much. Yeah, but I sense a but coming, though. That sounds like I agree, but. Is there a but?
Yes.
Okay, I knew a but was coming. You were too complimentary.
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm with you 100% on what you're saying. There are two things that need to happen right now, and they need to happen immediately. We get on national TV and either make it clear that he is running against Donald Trump or he's not running.
Yes, correct.
That will stop all the rhetoric that's going on right now that Ron DeSantis is the man for the presidency. I am 100% back Trump supporter. I've gone to every rally in Pennsylvania that he's been to. I've been following him all his life. I think his story is amazing. I think he's an amazing man, and I actually think he is the best president that the United States has ever had. But at the same
Would you really
time,
do that,
I think
Michael?
Donald Trump needs to announce now that he is running.
Catch him off guard. Catch him off guard. Not wait till Tuesday. Well, in fact, it's going to be the announcement. Well, an announcement about the announcement came out, and I've got the exact time. I got to look at it. I did tweet it, but the announcement is actually going to be Tuesday evening. Now, let me ask you guys. Wait, listen. We only got a few seconds left. Let me ask you this: do you think Fox News will carry Trump's announcement on Tuesday that everyone's talking about, or will they not carry it?
Personally, my feelings are is don't trust Fox News.
No, but I know, I don't trust him either. But do you think that they will carry his announcement on Tuesday or not carry it?
Yes. Oh, they carry it. They will absolutely not.
I agree. They will not carry it. All right, listen, we got to run. Thank you for the call. We're up against our break. It's the last break of the hour. And if you're on hold, stand by. We'll take our break, come back with your calls. It's the Steve Kane Show. For the call, we're up against our break. It's the last break of the hour. Oh my gosh, how am I going to get through 2 hours and 15 minutes? We'll take our break, come back with your calls. It's the Steve Kane Show.
The cold, hard truth. Delivered morning 6 to 9 right here on the Steve Kane Show.
Let me see. I got the time. I think I tweeted it. 9 p.m. Tuesday. Yeah, it's gonna. The Trump side just looked. Oh, by the way, I've got my blue check mark on Twitter now. I am a real person. I am now verified on Twitter for $8. I did pay $8 to Elon Musk, the richest African American. But I am now a blue check marked person. I'm like a real person now. They denied me for that blue check mark for years. Oh my goodness. Well, call me and tell me the facts on the air that I'm missing. So Tuesday night at 9 p.m. is the announcement. Now, oh yeah, congratulations, $8 in the Apple App Store. You have to do an update in the App Store to do it. Absolutely, they were charging people over $100K for that recently. This is interesting. 9 p.m. I don't think it's an accident that Trump scheduled this at the time Hannity comes on. So maybe he's got an arrangement with Hannity to carry it. What do you think? I think so. That's a very strong possibility. Oh my goodness. Yes, that blue check mark makes you a real person. You are not a real person until you have a blue check mark. Yeah, but that's the 15th. Oh my goodness. Tuesday's the 15th, not the 14th. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you. Welcome, everyone. Make sure you subscribe. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to my channel. I got 2 hours and 14 minutes to go, and one opening on the board, and it's toll-free from anywhere. Oh, man. Yeah, everyone should get their blue check mark. Some of the people that have blue check marks are amazing. Kyle Rittenhouse has one now. Can you believe it? They weren't giving blue check marks to MAGA guys. Now you can. I was so excited. Your cat can get a blue check mark, yeah.
Show is on the air.
All right. We're back. I'm Brian. Steve Kane is up with us early. Only one opening on the board. And I want to tell you guys, I'm looking outside. Boys, it is beautiful out. I'm looking over the beach. Oh, man, it's a beautiful day. That's the same sunrise President Trump sees at Mar-a-Lago right down the street. Now, over the weekend, a great place to stop in and have a meal or do takeout is Wings Plus. You know, I was just at Wings Plus with Ron DeSantis 3 weeks ago Sunday. And, Steve, let me tell you, the wings at Wings Plus are so amazing. I've been eating at Wings Plus long before they were a sponsor here on the program. And, yeah, you know, the Trumps have had wings at Wings Plus. You know, every Republican that's won an election in the last decade and a half at least has eaten the wings from Wings Plus. And you know what? Everything at Wings Plus is homemade. Nothing comes out of a can, including the sauces on the wings, including the soup, like the clam chowder. It's all homemade. And you'll know with each and every bite. Wings Plus is located on Sample Road in Coral Springs, about a mile west of University Drive on the south side of Sample. When you stop in, make sure you tell them you heard about them on the radio. All right, let's go to the phones. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Maria from Florida.
Hey, Maria.
Ooh, I am pissed. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I am ticked off. I'm ticked off. When I went to sleep last night, I kept hearing a lot of stuff yesterday from Fox News. I want to say to you, calm down. We already know what time this is. And I listened to that woman on Neil Kabuta. I can't remember her name, but I know who she are. And this is the second time she came out there saying that we need to ban Trump. We need to get away from that. When Neil Kabuta asked her, are you going to support Trump?
Yeah, Winsome Sears, the black Republican lieutenant governor of Virginia.
Right. She said no. And not only she said no, I listened to the whole clip. She said no because he is a stain on our party. He's destroyed our party. He went and endorsed a lot of candidates. MAGA candidates are radical, out of control. And
yeah, well, she's out of control. She's out of control. And I tell you, I looked up during the break, Steve, this is interesting. Listen to this, Maria. Yeah, President Trump is making his announcement on Tuesday. And the time it's going to be at Mar-a-Lago Tuesday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, which is when Hannity starts. And I just have a feeling that President Trump has made an arrangement with Hannity to carry the announcement during his program. Because Hannity, he may work for these never-Trumper animals, but he's got some freedom on his program. So I think it'll be on Fox because it's at Hannity during his monologue time.
It's gonna, as a matter of fact, Sean announced that he got a big announcement coming up Tuesday night, and this is gonna be big. Sean Hannity is not on board with it, and right now him and Brian Kilmeade is going at it.
Wait. Oh yeah. Sean Hannity is pissed, and Trump when Trump makes his announcement. If it's not on Fox during Hannity's show, I'm not going to blame Hannity. I would say that would have come from the Murdoch family or Paul Ryan himself. But I think right now the plan is for Hannity to carry President Trump's announcement from Mar-a-Lago live on his program. It's not at 9 p.m. By accident.
What do you think the announcement will be?
He's running for president. And if you notice, all these people that are attacking him this week, all they're doing is delay the announcement. They're panicked over the announcement, which even firms up that it's the announcement that he's going to run.
Yeah.
Well, when the announcement is made, it's certainly going to separate the wheat from the chaff.
Yeah. Aren't you disgusted by these people, Maria?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I like I said, I've been hearing it ever since what happened Tuesday night. They are spreading lies that the Republicans
Lost. Yeah, and we won. And let me tell you, these names that I've been mentioning the last couple days, write them down and keep the list. Candace Owens, Michael Savage, Brian Kilmeade, Paul Ryan. We don't need to write him down. We can remember that. Winsome Sears. Remember these traitor Judas. These are the snakes from the poem Trump reads at the rallies.
Put pressure on their talk show hosts to take a position.
Yeah, they're doing it. Why do you think Brian Kilmeade went out there? They sent that guy idiot out there to you know.
Day later, and there is more thought going on.
That was last night.
I'm talking about.
No, Steve. No, they're listen. No. They're ramping it up.
made a decision. I seen it. I know it. This been going on for months. It was just a matter of time that they was going to push it.
That's right.
So how do you view? Oh my God, I'm so upset.
I'll send you some coffee, Steve. Yeah, I've had a lot of it already this morning. I'm on my second cup of espresso here, so listen, Maria, thank you for your call. Thanks so much. If you're on hold, stand by. It's Christmas shopping season right now, and the best place to do your Christmas shopping is at mypillow.com. With our promo code Kane at checkout, Kane, there's huge savings, and I'm going to tell you. You can take advantage of every special at mypillow.com with our promo code Kane at checkout, not just the ones I highlight, but here's a great one, the lowest price ever on the MyPillow that started it all. And I have the MyPillows. It's just $19.98 with our promo code Kane. You know, my original MyPillow, I paid like $70 for it. This is the lowest price ever, just $19.98 with the promo code Kane. And you know that patented fill inside, what it does is it stops your head from twisting and turning at night. And every time your head moves, it wakes you up even if you're not aware of it. It's like having sleep apnea. You know, the MyPillows, these make great Christmas gifts, even stocking stuffers. If you're an employer and you're giving out gifts to your employees, take advantage of this $19.98 deal on the MyPillows with our promo code Kane. Give them to everyone in your family. My wife and I, we're gonna pick up probably 10 to 20 of them and give them out to a lot of people for Christmas this year. This is the lowest price ever. You want to order now because this price may not be there when we get closer to Christmas. Not the generic holiday, Christmas, okay? So go to mypillow.com, $19.98 for the MyPillow with our promo code Kane, K-A-N-E. You can also order by phone, 1-800-716-4879, 1-800-716-4879. All right, back to the phones. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, good morning, guys. This is Nick.
Nick in Baltimore. Welcome.
Hey, Nick, what's up?
Great. And great to hear you, Steve, and great to hear you, Brian. Glad Kathy's doing.
Thank you.
Real quick, how is 974 wins a loss?
Yeah, because they're propagandists.
You know, control of the Senate and House. That's what we're going to have.
Pelosi's out, and it looks like, listen to this, Nick. We got, Pelosi's going to be out. It was reported yesterday that Kevin McCarthy doesn't have enough support to be Speaker because of the new MAGA Republicans coming into the House. Rick Scott, it's been leaked out in many sources that Rick Scott here from Florida is going to challenge Mitch McConnell for the Republican leadership position in the Senate. Those things with McCarthy and McConnell are happening because of Trump. It was a big win, not as big as we would have liked, but a win.
It was a win, and this is why they're running. You guys are right on target, and I'm going to tell you something else. I quit watching Fox News a long time ago, and I'm watching Real America's Voice News, the one with Steve Bannon.
They're very good. I watch them a lot.
Extremely good.
Where do you watch them at? On the app, or are they on DirecTV?
On the app.
Okay, because if I could get Steve over there off of Fox, he'd be in much better shape.
It really is. You guys are are great. I'll let somebody else talk, but
All right, Nick.
wait till the announcement Tuesday. Things will turn around. You'll see.
Hey, let me ask you real quick, Nick, because Rick.
Going to play peacemaker with
DeSantis.
Trump.
They're going to try, but you see, anybody that opposes Trump goes down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but DeSantis, by his silence, is opposing Trump. DeSantis needs to come out and get this settled. Either be a man and say I'm running against him, or be a man and say you're not. You know, DeSantis right now, I know that I read Trump's 3,000-word treatise on True Social about DeSantis, and it was true. It was true. I love DeSantis. He loves DeSantis. He wrote some truth there. DeSantis is prolonging this right now.
I really don't understand why, but I think things will change Tuesday. Mark my words.
Well, you know,
put some flesh on that. Be specific. What do you see? How do you see it playing out?
I think that once he makes his announcement, everybody the never Trumpers will never come around. But the main thing is that he's going to have so much public support, it'll just be a tidal wave. You'll see.
Well, that's certainly what he's hoping for.
I think so. And you said Michael Savage.
Michael Savage, he's the short snake, 4 feet tall. Michael Savage put on Twitter yesterday. He put up Ron DeSantis' wedding photograph on Twitter, and then he wrote above it, Savage, the future. What does that tell you?
Well, he's a fair weather, never a Trumper.
He's an angry guy who's had a lot of success and who was very wealthy, but feels that he never gets the respect he deserves. So he's always out there being being a curmudgeon. Get on your boat, go out in San Francisco Bay, and stay out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Weekend.
All right, Nick in Baltimore. Listen, those of you on hold, stand by. There's only one opening on the board. Yeah, I don't know what that way is, but tell me.
What you're saying is that Trump is, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're saying that Trump is going to
announce.
Have that announcement on Tuesday.
That's why, yeah. What else is he going to announce? No, I don't agree with Nick. He's going to make the announcement on Tuesday, but we got a break. So every line on the board is filled. We'll be back after this. I don't agree with Nick. He's going to make the announcement on Tuesday, but we got a break. So every line on the board is filled. We'll be back after this.
The new Oldies 95.
I am just pissed. I am just pissed. It's not good to be talking about these things when you're angry. It really isn't. Yeah, let me see if I can. Michael Savage can screw off. I mean, we like DeSantis, but I mean, come on. See, this is Michael Savage's tweet, okay? And see, he's got it there, the wedding photo, and then he wrote at the top, the future. That's Michael Savage. The future. What a jerk. I'll never listen to that podcast of his ever. Ever. Look at that. The future. What a jerk. You know, and what they're doing is they're putting us in this position to be critical of DeSantis. We love DeSantis, you know, but DeSantis has to come out and say, I'm running against him or I'm not. You know, DeSantis sitting around doing nothing is making it worse. You know, yeah, all these snakes, they're coming out of the rat nest. You know, like remember Saddam Hussein was in that hole in the ground with the cooler, the foam cooler as the top? That's what these people are like.
Air filters, tires, seat covers, and more. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride. That's wrapped up Chris Barr.
Here's your True Oldies ABC News update.
Now, I'm Inez Delaquatera. RSV and flu causing hospitals across the country to surge with sick kids, creating a bed shortage. This morning,
I'm so ticked off.
Cases, hospitalizations, and deaths.
I mean, I just can't even tell you.
With 1,300 deaths so far this season and hospitalizations at historic highs, doctors now once again pushing people to get their flu shot and reinforcing the message to pregnant women, among whom vaccination rates are down this year.
ABC's Rhiannon Alley. President Biden heading to Egypt, where he'll speak at COP27, the UN Climate Summit. Vice President Kamala Harris
Where am I?
part in a Veterans Day ceremony.
This is going to be a long day.
Federal judge in Texas blocked the Biden administration's student loan forgiveness program. Really, it goes beyond the off-the-wall.
Long day. I'm just too aggravated and pissed off at all these jerks. You know what I mean? I can't be the only one. You guys got to be just as pissed.
Great, because my data is lagging out here. CEW focuses on the edge services platform and bringing computing closer to where data is created. It automates, unifies, and secures the edge, fixing problems before they impact your business, giving your network a sixth sense. Someone doesn't know where? Just Bruce. He works here. Aruba and IT orchestration by CEW. People who get it. Find out more at CEW.com/Aruba.
Opinions are like
All right, we're back. I'm Brian. Steve here with us early today. Now, a lot of you, every line on the board is lit, and I know...
So we got you up to seeing that Trump is going to make his announcement on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Do you think he is going to, by and large, get a hugely positive response, or do you think...
Not from Fox and the media. Oh, from the people? Yes. He's got us on his side. Yeah. Not just you and the two of us. Everyone that ever went to a Trump rally is with Trump. This is a lie that they're selling us. Now, I just want to say to people that are calling, every line on the board is lit, and I know a lot of you are calling, you can't get through. When you can't get through and it rings and rings and rings, it eventually goes to our voicemail. Just wait and till you hear a line drop off and try back in. If you're on hold, stick with it, because if you let the line go, good chance you won't get back in today. All right? I'm Brian. Steve is here. You're listening to the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest running radio show. I just want to recap for people that are tuning in what's going on. The Never Trumper forces are working desperately to get Trump not to announce he's running for president on Tuesday. They have a false media narrative that Fox News is running with, as well as the rest of the fake news media, that we lost on Tuesday when we had big wins. Nancy will no longer be speaker. There's many other wins too. And they're all coming out of the woodwork. Brian, he hasn't said anything yet. I don't know.
I know that. I'm saying, do you think he is going to?
50-50. Because he needs the part, right now I'd say 50-50, because he needs the party support for the runoff. So I don't know. Maybe that's why he's been silent. You know, so I don't think, that's a good question. You guys out there can chime in on that. Now let me play you, I just want to recap a couple of these clips for people that are just tuning in. Brian Kilmeade of Fox News said terrible things about President Trump to Martha McCallum, who spends half of her broadcast trying to cover up her neck because it shows her age. She's had a lot of cosmetic work on her face, but they missed the neck on Martha McCallum. But anyway, here's Kilmeade with McCallum.
No, President Trump, I would think the first indication I would look for to see if he was serious about being savvy and recalibrating is if he puts off his announcement Monday. If he puts off his announcement Monday, it's putting team first.
Okay, team first. Okay, so that's the first jab. Put the announcement off on Monday.
If he takes it
on Tuesday,
Monday, that'll show that it's so Trump-centric, it's going to be playing to this.
Okay, so he's an egomaniac. By the way, it's Tuesday, newsman. Get your story straight, okay? You don't even know what he's talking. He's trying to get him to put off the Tuesday announcement.
DeSantis or broad scope, big jungle primary.
Yeah, a lot of people would like, his supporters would like to see him get all behind Herschel Walker right now in the most helpful way possible.
And sometimes might be being quiet, because in Georgia he's not...
Okay, now he just told Trump to be quiet. And now, don't do your announcement. Be quiet, Trump. This is Brian Kilmeade.
Popular.
It might be being quiet. And also to
You're not popular, he said. Be quiet. You're not popular.
sort of stop the bows and arrows that he's shooting at DeSantis.
Right, which is insane because...
You're insane. He just said Trump's insane.
It's like shooting at somebody because DeSantis is so much like Trump in so many ways, but different enough at 44 years old to offer different attributes and different skill set. So I think that a lot of people...
You don't have the skill set to do the job, Trump. This is Kilmeade yesterday.
Difficulty when you see them fight with each other that are on the right, because they say, I'd like them both to win.
Yeah. In fact, President Biden was asked about that yesterday, and he said, great, like, let him go at it. I love it. I love it. I love watching him go.
Oh, now Biden's a source. Okay, so that's one. That's Kilmeade. This is Frank Luntz. Listen to Frank Luntz.
Detestable creeps.
Yeah, and that toupee. What the hell?
The people I talked to over the last 24 hours have essentially said enough, Donald Trump.
Okay, now keep in mind, until it was exposed a few months ago, his roommate was Kevin McCarthy. Remember that?
The people I talked to over the last 24 hours have essentially said enough, Donald Trump. Enough of this chaos, enough of the yelling and screaming. They look at the U.S. Senate and they're mad at the former president. They think that he supported the wrong candidates.
Yeah, all these people that won. He supported the wrong candidates. They won. Jerk.
Yeah, and he's off base on that, because I think what you're going to find is, I agree with what Brian said. I think what you're going to find is a lot of Donald's people are going to stand with him.
Yeah, Matt Gaetz has come out. Matt Gaetz is with him.
Mad at the former president. They think that he supported the wrong candidates. His endorsement still matters within the GOP, but they're frustrated because they think that he is supporting candidates that are simply unelectable. And we've seen this across the country.
Yeah, like everybody that won, like J.D. Vance and Ron DeSantis and Marco Rubio.
I don't think that Arizona ends up coming for the Republicans. I think the Democrats have enough of a lead at this point that another Republican-endorsed candidate, Trump-endorsed candidate, has failed. If Ron DeSantis is the big winner among Republicans because of how he governed in Florida, that Donald Trump, at least the people who I talk to, they're all telling me enough is enough. Mr. President, it's time to go away.
Yeah, go away. You know, I'll tell you what. This guy's toupee looks like the lint I take out of my dryer when the lint rack is filled in the clothes dryer, and he's giving me advice. Get your hair fixed and then give us advice. What a jerk. What a jerk. Oh my goodness. I'm just all right, let's go. Oh man. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
You get through and there's something to get out.
Oh my God. Can we get someone sober on the line? Good morning. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Man, that was the funniest one I ever heard. Met that in the dryer. Oh man, fantastic. Anyways.
It's true.
The big difference. Trump is totally different than everybody else. You can't compare. Ron DeSantis is great. No doubt about it. He'll make a great president eventually. But nobody can compete with President Trump. I mean, President Trump brings all these thousands and thousands of people into a rally and he's not even president. I mean, I don't think anybody could do that, no matter what they are, what party they're with.
That's exactly right. Hey, Doug, I appreciate the call. You're spot on. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Mike from Louisiana.
Hey, Mike.
You know, what we're talking about here with these people, you know, Paul Ryan and the rest of them, are basically the Biff Tanners of the world, life losers that don't understand what winning is, you know?
Biff Tanner from Back to the Future. For those that don't know the reference, yeah.
Right, and that's the thing. They don't understand. Trump got rid of Paul Ryan. That was all Trump's doing, you know. And think about it. He's on the verge of getting rid of Mitch McConnell and
Kevin McCarthy
and the Judas.
And he just got rid of Nancy Pelosi. And by the way, President Trump just saved the lives of millions of babies from now and forever in America by overturning Roe v. Wade in the Supreme Court. But he's a loser and he's out of touch. Oh my goodness. Bunch of jerks.
And that's the thing. These people don't get it. I mean, Remember when Trump said you're going to get tired of winning? I never get tired of winning.
No. But we didn't win enough. He didn't get a 100% endorsement record. You know, 95% of his endorsed candidates won. Who has a record of 95% success rate in a midterm election with endorsements? Only Trump. No one else has numbers like that. And they know they're lying to us and think they can sell it on television. We're not going to let them.
And they can't. They don't have the ability to sell it anymore.
That's right. All right, take care. Yes. Oh, man. Oh, man.
How long is this going to be?
On the estate, Steve. I don't know what actually part of it, but somewhere. It's at night, so it'll probably be inside. The wedding of Tiffany Trump is taking place at Mar-a-Lago tomorrow evening. Oh, man. I am just, I don't know. I'm so upset this morning, and between that and the espresso I'm having, I'm just like, oh, listen.
If you say you're upset, that means you don't have faith that he's going to...
No, I have faith. I'm just pissed off at these people. All right, listen. Every line on our board is lit. We're going to take our break. We'll come back with your calls. It's toll-free, 1-888-GO-CANE, 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. I'm going to meditate during the break and try to cool off because we got an hour and 45 minutes to go, and at this rate, I'm going to have a stroke. We'll take that break and be back after this. I'm going to meditate during the break and try to cool off because we got an hour and 45 minutes to go, and at this rate, I'm going to have a stroke. We'll take that break and be back after this.
Wake up and...
I just got to relax a little bit during the break. Just got to relax a little bit because I can tell my blood pressure is through the roof. Bruce, $5 super chat, thank you. We won, Brian, and in 24 we'll finish the thing. Snakes get a last breath too, eh? Chris, go F yourself. How about that? Anyone mind? I didn't say the whole word because I don't want to swear, but... Terry, $20 super sticker. Thank you so much. Everyone, please thank Terry for that super sticker and Bruce Wayne. Oh, man. All right, we are back. I'm Brian. Steve is here. Every line on the board is lit. All right, I did some meditation during the break, and I gotta tell you guys about Dr. Appleton. Dr. Appleton is a life-changing man, and he's a miracle worker of doctors, I'm here to tell you. His laser away pain system works. I know it works because it's worked on 2 pains that I was having. And, you know, two and a half months ago, he rid me of years of suffering from my knee pain after just 2 treatments. And I went in with him last Saturday. Remember, Dr. Appleton, no appointment necessary, walk-ins welcome, Monday through Saturday. I went in Saturday with no appointment, walked in, he saw me. He knew it was me when he came in the exam room. He said, "Hey, Brian," you know, he was very excited. But I have this pain in my finger. I've had it for quite a while. And Dr. Appleton examined me and told me I have arthritis. And he treated me with the laser away pain system and acupuncture. And here I am 6 days later, and I'm pain-free in my finger. And you know, I'll tell you, arthritis in the fingers, that's a very big problem, and it hurts. And I only had it in one finger. I know a lot of you guys got them in all your fingers, and God bless you, you know, all this suffering you've gone through. But you don't have to suffer any longer. Dr. Appleton's laser away pain system works, and you know, works on all kinds of pain, not just the ones I've been suffering from. When I talked about my knee, Dr. Appleton told me he had a line of people around the block with knee pain. Now he's going to have people with the arthritis in the fingers, but it works on all kinds of pain, okay? Not just the ones I'm talking about. Steve's had his hip taken care of, for example. Works on back pain, you know, and all kinds of things. Tennis elbow, neck pain, stenosis, any kind of pain you have, he can help you with. But he's offering for radio listeners who go in with your laser away pain treatment, with your laser away pain treatment, free acupuncture. And I had acupuncture on Saturday on my finger, and I've heard of acupuncture. I kind of thought it was, you know, fairy tales, make-believe, you know, and all that stuff. It works. The combination of the acupuncture, which you can get for free with your laser away pain treatment, and the laser away pain treatment that Dr. Appleton gave me, I'm pain-free in my arthritic finger. It's amazing. No drugs, no downtime, you know, and it's amazing. Now listen, give Dr. Appleton a call. Make sure you mention you heard about him on the radio so you can take advantage of the no-charge consultation, 954-973-0710. Stop suffering. Give him a call, 954-973-0710, and online, AppletonCairo.com. All right, Steve, we got a full board of calls. You want to go to the phones? All right, let's go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian and Steve. It's Andrew.
Andrew.
Hey, Andrea, how are you today?
I'm doing just great, Brian. I wanted to real quick apologize to you because I popped off yesterday.
I don't even remember the call.
Sure you don't, but I said something about it's just a person standing behind the microphone giving their opinion, and it was.
Oh yes, you were talking. Yes, I remember that clearly now. Yeah, who were you talking about? Yeah, Candace Owens. Andrea called in and said, "Who Candace Owens thinks she is? She's just a person behind a microphone giving their opinions." And I said, Andrea, well, isn't that what I'm doing? I'm just a guy behind a microphone giving my opinions.
More than that, because
yes,
opening for discussion. So that's the caveat.
Yes. So what do you think about Winsome Sears and Brian Kilmeade?
This is what I think about Winsome Sears and the governor there, the vest wearer. They allowed illegal
Yeah.
So that.
Oh, Oh, that's interesting. You're talking about the people that were threatening and protesting the Supreme Court justices at their homes in Virginia over the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Winsome Sears and the governor did nothing. Yeah, that's something. But Trump's the problem, Winsome Sears says. He's the problem.
Nothing. But let me tell you something about Fox and MSNBC and CNN. What you're witnessing, essentially, is they're imploding because people aren't trusting them anymore. People don't trust the media. And that's the greatest gift that Trump gave us. Everything, what you're if they were so sure that Trump was not going to win, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing.
They're panicked.
The rats are jumping the ship. Nobody's buying it anymore, and that's why, in my opinion, and I would do the same thing. If I were Trump and DeSantis, I would not say anything.
Let me ask you this. This is probably a crazy thought, okay? This is a crazy thought. It just passed through my brain, okay? Let me ask you this, Andrea. I'm going to mute you there, Steve, because there's something going on in the back. Is obviously what's happening now, the never-Trumper rats are being exposed. They're exposing, they're blowing their cover. All these Donnie Brascos we've had, their covers have been blown, right? Is it at all possible, I know this is going to sound crazy, and hey, I'm just a guy behind a mic talking with my opinions. Is it possible that President Trump and Ron DeSantis are working together to smoke out these snakes?
Oh, 100%.
The thought crossed my mind.
If it were me, I would not come out and say anything. I would let them all just implode. You're actually seeing the end of mainstream media. And believe it or not, you're seeing the end of the Republican Party, quote unquote, as we know it.
Well, what does that look like?
It looks like a MAGA party. It's turning into a MAGA party.
It looks like, and that's why they're fighting so hard right now to push the narrative. Trump lost. He's no good for the...
What if the announcement on Tuesday is Trump and DeSantis together? We turn it on and boom, they're standing next to each other.
Be grabbing my popcorn and...
I think a lot of people would love that, but I don't...
President Trump said it will be an announcement like you've never seen before. Those are President Trump's words.
But if you look at what's going on,
that would be it.
People are tired of McCarthy. They're tired of McConnell. They're tired of Lindsey Graham. They're tired of Ronna McDaniel. It's all, everything, believe it or not, is collapsing. But what?
So you're predicting that's how going to be the outcome?
And the reason why people need to keep their eyes on Joe Biden, and Brian played the clip yesterday, he actually announced a coup to take over. And
yeah, he did. They're going to find a way to stop Trump from becoming president again. And it'll be in the Constitution. Yeah, just like in 7 days in May, right? That was in the Constitution. The way they did it. Burt Lancaster and all that. Oh.
Dictator. That's a communist dictator, and that's what you're fighting.
Well, listen, we got to run, but thanks for the call, Andrea. A little hope there. Call us on hold, stand by. You know, something that is really next to impossible to find, but we have found it. I thought it was impossible until we found it. Now it's next to impossible because we have found the one. What's next to impossible to find here in Florida is someone that will do fence and gate repair. You know, and I've been through this, okay? And you call these fencing companies, oh no, we just do whole fences. Yeah, but I only have this one section that says, screw you, we just do fences. We don't do repairs. I think I'm kidding, and I know a lot of you have had this experience. And we found EET Services. They're fence and gate repair experts. And guess what? They do repairs. If you just need a repair, they'll do it. They're family owned and operated, licensed and insured, have over 20 years of experience. They work on all types of fences, iron, aluminum, chain link, PVC, wood. They do both residential and commercial. And get this, no minimum charge. The other companies, they got minimum charges. They give free estimates and they'll beat any competitor's price. You got an estimate from someone, they'll beat it. That's their promise. They're repairing Steve's gate, his iron gate. Give them a call. Make sure you tell them you heard about them on the radio. 561-255-1170. 561-255-1170. They do repairs on fences and gates. The other companies don't do it. I've been there. I can't believe the arrogance. But EET, they'll do the repair. 561-255-1170. We'll be right back. I've been there. I can't believe the arrogance. But EET, they'll do the repair. 888-255-1170. We'll be right back. All right.
To your radio every morning.
Oh, man. I got to calm down during the break, guys. I got to calm down during the break. Oh, my goodness. I can tell my blood pressure is so high right now. I can feel it. Mm. Let me ask you guys, is it possible DeSantis is working with Trump? I know some people said yes when I brought it up, but what do you think? We have a guest coming on after the 7:45 break for just a few minutes. And then we'll get back to the calls. At the quarter till break, coming out of it, we got a guest coming on. It'll be for just that segment. Right back. coming back.
The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig on Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
All right, we are back. I'm Brian. You with us, Steve? Okay.
Fascinating me during the break is what Andrea said even a possibility? Stop and think about it.
What did she say? What are you referencing? What did she say?
That they would show up on Tuesday night and after a little bit of fanfare and whatever, go to the center of the ring and hold up each other's hands and...
Oh, I said that, not Andrea. Yeah, that Trump and DeSantis are working together? Yeah.
Do you think
it's possible?
They could do that?
It's possible. It's possible. Yeah, I would not be surprised. Would not be surprised.
Some stuff, huh?
Oh. Well, you know, President Trump... Yeah. More like the WTF, But, you know, I'll tell you, what President Trump... He's good at you know, a lot of different things, but I think what he's best at is branding and media manipulation, right? And I could see that. All right, we've got a full board of calls, and we're going to go to calls. I'm going to tell you, after the next break, we have a guest on after the 7:45 break for that segment. So, and then after that, we'll get back to the calls, but we're not there yet. I just want you guys to know. So I'm going to try to go through as many of the calls on the board in this segment as possible. All right, let's go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning. This is Rich.
Hey, Rich.
Steve.
Hey, Rich.
I am the only logical speaker this morning. Everyone, emotional. You two are emotional. All your callers have been emotional. And I'm going to be the bearer of what I'm going to tell you. First of all, in 2016,
You know, Richie, you know what happened. No. See what I told you about this guy? He knows exactly what happened. One day, I'm going to tell people why Richie has a beef. I just don't want to get... I'm too aggravated at other things to use my energy to the last logical person in the audience there. You know, I did, Steve, during that at the bottom of the hour break, I really did meditate. I put my head down, and I just was breathing, and I meditated, and I calmed down. And Richie just shot my blood pressure back up through the roof. All right, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, Brian, hey, this is Randy from Pennsylvania. Can I...
It's one call per day. No, one call per day. One call per day. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Yes, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm so sorry, sir. My name is Steve McCoy. Hey, look. Okay. Don't pay attention to what all these talking heads are doing. They're the ones that said that we're going to get asked. Now these are the same people now turn their backs on our president. Just based on here.
Oh, I feel a setup coming.
I'm just an 8-year-old boy, and I like Donald Trump. I want him to be back.
All right. You're very wise young man.
Positive ways. I just want to give some positive ways. I love both you guys, Mr. Kane. I'm so glad that you're on the air. You sound great. And anyway, that's enough. This is all, guys. This is all a bunch of bull.
Yes.
Okay, they're the same people. This mass media. They're playing Carrie Lake. They're dragging that shit out.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you got your boy with you. Your 8-year-old son. Oh my goodness. I had to use the dump button on the guy with the 8-year-old son with him. Can you believe? Emotions. It's an emotional day. Well, while I wait for the delay to build back up, we didn't get to finish his thought, but you know, he said, "Don't worry, be happy. Everything's going as planned."
Agreeing that it could be a setup.
See, Steve, I gotta tell people a little bit about Steve. Steve gets his, okay. I don't know, I think you might agree with this. Okay, as I wait for the delay to build back up because the caller with the 8-year-old boy on his lap, I had to dump. It could have been worse. It could have been a girl. He could have had his daughter. In front of the son, it's okay. Oh, my goodness. I am just, okay. Steve watches Fox a lot, so what that does is depress people that watch Fox. And Steve's desperately wanting every caller to be his Tony Robinson motivational speaker to bring him out of the Fox News depression. So that's why you hear Steve trying to get the callers to cheer him up. I'm upset, but I know everything will be fine.
Oh, now you're throwing me curves. Hey, so you don't accept the possibility that this is a setup for the great...
Well, it was, since that was my idea, no, I think that is a just possibility. Yes, my idea is a possibility. Well, Tuesday's a long way off. I'm not hot at you. I'm just ticked off in general. Oh, I don't speak Jewish, Steve.
I'm sorry about that.
What does it mean? What did you say?
Annoy.
Oh, okay, do I have to dump that too? Is that Jewish profanity? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, the delay has built back up. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Jeff from Maine. Good morning, Steve and Brian.
Hey, Jeff.
I know Yiddish. I said that on...
Hey, I agree with Andrea. There's no division or strife or anything between DeSantis and Trump.
Well, wait a minute. Slow down. Are you aware of President Trump's, like, really long attacks against DeSantis on Truth Social yesterday?
No, I'm not.
Oh. Okay. President Trump posted on Truth Social a series of very long attacks and criticisms of DeSantis on his Truth Social account yesterday.
Did DeSantis reply?
DeSantis has been completely silent through all of this.
That doesn't make sense.
And it was, let me tell you, what President Trump said, the things he said about Governor DeSantis were deep. I mean, it was hardcore. It was some really deep criticism.
And I don't understand the point because DeSantis has always been pro-Trump as far as I know.
There's a couple... Yeah.
But you notice there's been a little rift within the last couple of days?
No, I did not. And
with Joe, what was the expression he used to describe DeSantis? Come on.
I don't know. I don't know.
His hand when he speaks and stuff, and I always felt DeSantis kind of picked that up from Trump.
No, DeSantis, if you look at DeSantis speaking in this last campaign, you'll notice a big change than from 4 years ago. He uses Trump's mannerisms and everything when he's talking and stuff. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. There's President Trump, I think this was his longest bit of, even back in the days of Twitter, I don't think President Trump said so much in a row about any individual as he said about DeSantis last night on his Truth Social. And it was some hardcore, deep criticism that it could be very... So there's two possibilities, right? The one that I came up with earlier, is that they're working together to smoke out the rats, which I would like that. Or... that would be great. Or something has happened between the two of them that we're not aware of that has caused a major rift. I know that whatever the rift is, I know which side I'm on. I'm with Trump for life.
Brian, I think you brought up a good point. What if they did that deliberately to bring out some other Republicans that aren't true Republicans to say, oh, here we go.
One second, I'll hang up on him. And then you can do it when you're right, Jeff. Hey, Jeff, thanks for the call. All right. Oh my goodness. Let me take one more call, Steve. All right, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hey, Augustino.
This is really bad, isn't it, Brian?
Maybe it's really good.
Well, I'm man when a Newsmax gets on one of them caller's cases and says it's bad. It's bad.
Please hang up.
I mean.
This way.
Schmidt. What is that?
Todd Schmidt. He's still around. Oh no, Rob Schmidt. Rob Schmidt on Newsmax. He's usually pretty good. He comes on after Greta. Greta Van Boring on Newsmax.
Oh well, anyway, he was confronting. He was holding up Trump, But then again, everybody was calling him.
When I hang up on this guy, you can call.
Trump's no more. Trump is gone. He's no good no more.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to think. I'm wanting to ask you and Steve.
I don't know what to tell you to think, Augie. I know that I'm on the verge of having a stroke.
Please hold for Brian.
You're having a nightmare. This is just...
I'd rather have a nightmare than a stroke.
Fetterman.
Yeah, exactly. On Monday. I'll be like Fetterman. We're here in New Jersey. And I don't know. Hey, listen, stroke did pretty good for Fetterman's career. Maybe it'll help me. Maybe I'll finally get famous. Hey, listen, we got to run. Thanks for the call. Yes, I know. All right, we'll take our break and be right back. Fetterman's career, maybe it'll help me. Maybe I'll finally get famous. Hey, listen, we got to run. Thanks for the call. Yes, I know. All right, we'll take our break and be right back.
They're the most polarizing talk show hosts in all of South Florida. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig, morning 6 to 9 on Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
Yeah, I tell you, you never know. You never know when things can happen. That's why you always need to be prepared, and that's where Attorney Barry Siegel and the Siegel Law Group come in. Good morning, Barry.
Good morning. How are you today?
Great. What do you have for us this morning?
Well, here we are. It's just about 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving. One of the holidays that is really involves family. It kind of kicks off the whole holiday season, and which of course brings on Christmas and Hanukkah, and these are all family holidays. A lot of us may be having family members from out of town come in, or we might be traveling to see them somewhere else. So right now is a good time to start thinking about what it is you want for your family, for the people that you love. And some things might have changed since you last did your will or your trust. And so I would encourage anyone who cares about their family, which sure is most everyone, to start thinking about what are some of the things that you want to do, what are some of the things that you may want to change or update or just ensure that everything is done properly. So that's my message today. Just make sure that as we're thinking about family this season coming up here in Thanksgiving, let's just remember to make sure that everything is handled properly to take care of them and protect them.
That's right. And, it's always a free consultation with the Siegel Law Group. When you mention you heard Attorney Barry Siegel on the radio, he has offices throughout South Florida in Broward, Dade, and Palm Beach. But no matter where you are in the state of Florida in this era of Zoom and video calling, no matter where you are in the state of Florida, Attorney Barry Siegel and the Siegel Law Group can help. Give him a call at 855-FLA-3782. 855-FLA-3782 and online, SiegelLawGroup.com. Attorney Barry Siegel, have a great weekend, and we'll talk next week.
All right. Same to you guys. Take care.
All right. Back after this.
Smarter than 95,000.
All right, welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian Craig. Steve is here. You were listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. All right, on the line, we have an honored guest on our celebrity hotline, Nick Di Paolo. He is a very, very funny comedian, and he is playing tonight in the Paddock at PBKC in West Palm. And Nick Di Paolo, how you doing?
Brian, how are you?
Good. I've seen your act, and I got to tell you, you have one of the most politically incorrect comedy sets that I've seen in years.
I don't know if it's politically incorrect or the world's getting more politically correct.
Yeah.
Funny, after my second or third open mic, that's literally, like amateur night, and this is 1988. Somebody goes, "Hey, you're like kind of politically incorrect. I think that's good. That's the way the world's going."
Yeah, right.
And I went,
I go, okay. I think it's going to get a lot worse, but I had no idea would be at the point where, I can identify as a giraffe.
Well, I'll tell you, Nick Di Paolo, by the way, he's playing tonight at the PBKC, and you can get tickets at pbkennelclub.com, and you should. You're a very funny guy, and I saw you at the celebrity roast for the cable guy, right? Larry the Cable Guy. And I got to tell you, I remember that you said some things that I can't believe a white man can get away with saying. But at that roast for Larry the Cable Guy, no, I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm not kidding, guys. I am not kidding. In fact, we have 2 delays on this morning because of Nick Di Paolo here. Because but when at that
face that I temper my act.
Yeah, well, but no, seriously speaking, though, because there's some serious things. At the Larry the Cable Guy roast you were at, one of my favorite actors was there, Gary Busey, who, and of course, Gary Busey had a head injury from a motorcycle crash and has never been the same. But in this age of Joe Biden and Fetterman in Pennsylvania, Gary Busey seems normal, not brain damaged anymore.
I think a great matchup would have been Gary Busey versus Fetterman. That would have been the debate I would have paid to see a pay-per-view.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What did I say to Gary Busey? Oh, I said, how long does it take for a brainstem injury to heal?
Yeah, that's right. And he almost kicked your butt. He got up and came after you, if I remember correctly. I don't know, Buddy Holly. But comedy, I hear so many comedians griping that they can't do comedy anymore, that the country's so woke that the audience don't want to hear comedy anymore. And just this week, a show that used to be very funny, Saturday Night Live, it's being hosted by Dave Chappelle, and the writers are boycotting. Now, these are mediocre writers because they write for Saturday Night Live, But, I mean, what's going through the minds of these writers to boycott Saturday Night Live just because one of the funniest men alive is hosting made some transgender jokes?
Well, it's still show business, and they're still living in their little cocoon. But when it comes to show business, a lot of people, that's how they stay relevant, or it's, who runs show business, and it's still really PC, but I love Chappelle. He's one of my favorite. I actually know the guy. He's a nice guy, and he's as far from what they're trying to make him out to be. And it's just silly. We're bending over backwards for a tiny slit. I guess the kid's trans. What's his name? Celeste, the Asian kid, has a problem with it, or girl, or it.
Who knows these days?
Yeah, but I know Chappelle personally, but people are trying to make Dave out to be this hero that's pushing back, and I talk about this on my show too. I go, I'm glad he's doing it, but he's a high-profile black guy. He's not going to get canceled, okay? Tracy Morgan, when his wife was pregnant, said, if my baby's gay, I'll kill it. And you know how he was punished? He got a series on PBS about 6 months later.
Yeah.
So there's a double standard there. Folks, you come to the show, don't worry, I won't be preaching. I'll make this funny. I'm just saying, I'm so tired of it. I can't take it anymore. Yeah, I've always done and said what I want on stage. I'm waiting to be arrested. Luckily, I'm so far into the radar, nobody's bothering me.
I don't know. No, I've seen your act on multiple occasions, not just the roast, and you're very funny. And I mean, the kind of humor where I can't breathe and I'm having like rib pains. And I'm serious. And I wouldn't tell you if that were not true. I would just tell people to buy the tickets. You're very funny.
I tag every joke 3 times, and it's like second nature. I've been doing it so long, and I've been this way. My dad was always brutally honest, and I've been getting away with a lot, So
yeah, but I mean, listen, I've heard Chris Rock, for example. I heard him say that he no longer does the college tours because they have no sense of humor anymore. Is that do you find that with audiences that they don't have the same sense of humor they used to have 5 years ago?
Well, here's the deal. First of all, colleges were always like that. My third year in comedy, and I've been doing this 35 years. My third year in comedy is like 1991, maybe. I was at Clark University, which is even a liberal school for Massachusetts, I guess. But I remember getting booed for doing, I was making fun of this guy checking my oil. He happened to be Middle Eastern.
Oh.
And I said, he couldn't find it. I said, what are the odds? And they started bullying me. And then some kid up front goes, what are you going to talk about next? Abortion? So I went into like 5 abortion jokes. And I just dug a deeper hole, and I never enjoyed myself more. But that was almost 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Colleges have, they've gotten exponentially worse, no doubt about it. But as far as comedy club audiences, I don't know, because for the last, I'd say, 10, 15 years, I finally have people paying to see me. They know what's coming.
Yeah.
Not a good barometer of how sensitive. But yes, I was in New York City before I moved out here to Georgia. I've been down here 3 years, but I was performing every night in New York City, and yes, it was getting worse and worse every night. Even comics who were kind of milquetoast, I would see get moaned at the Comedy Cellar.
Yeah.
But the Comedy Cellar is on the campus of NYU. People forget that. They know it's in the village in New York City. But yes, I was getting to the point where I'd go up there. Even my friends were going, dude, you're going to chill out. I would go up there just to piss them off. I wasn't even trying to make them laugh.
Yeah. Well, listen, Nick Di Paolo, guys, go and see him tonight. When I tell you that this man's funny, I mean, funny beyond imagination, you will be laughing all night long, and you'll be upset when his show is over. It's really very good. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Now, listen, he's going to be tonight in the Paddock at PBKC. Doors open at 6:30, and you can get tickets online at pbkennelclub.com. That's pbkennelclub.com. All right, Nick Di Paolo, take care. All right, thanks so much for your time. All right, no, that guy is funny as it gets, and I believe me, I would not tell you that if he was just mediocre, because I love my fantasy job, Steve, other than this, was to be a stand-up comic. But, because, it's, getting up there on a stage with a mic, not as funny as that guy, I'll tell you that. All right, now, you callers on hold, hang in there. We're going to go back to our phones here. If you'd like to call in, our number, 1-888-GO-CANE-1. I want to play one soundbite. I want to go back to one soundbite before we go back to the calls, just to set the stage. I just want to do a quick recap of what we've been talking about. We had a big win on Tuesday night. Nancy Pelosi will no longer be the speaker. We may win the Senate. The Senate's unknown right now, but we gained seats in the Senate. And 2 other things have happened. Not only have we gotten rid of Nancy Pelosi, that's a done deal, all right? That's a done deal. But it came out yesterday that Kevin McCarthy does not have the votes for the speakership, because these new MAGA Republicans, see, that's Trump's doing. He's going to get rid of 2. The Judas of Mar-a-Lago, Kevin McCarthy, and Pelosi. Came out 2 days ago that Rick Scott, our great senator here in Florida, he was the greatest governor Florida had before DeSantis, he's going to challenge Mitch McConnell for the leadership in the Senate. I mean, that's Trump's doing too. Plus, we had massive victories all over the country. President Trump had a rally in Miami Sunday night, and Miami went red for the first time since Jeb. And Jeb, a lot of people don't know, he had strong ties in Miami, and his wife is Mexican. He had big ties in the Miami community. He turned blue Miami red. DeSantis was not even at the rally. Donald Trump did that. And what the media have been doing is promoting a very false narrative that we lost the other night when we won. And Fox News is a party to this. And I'm pretty... I don't really get upset that much when we talk about news and things on the air, because I don't have control over it. And I try not to get upset about things I don't have control over. But this one's pissing me off, because Fox News is number one, not because of anyone that's on the air there now or in the past. They're number one because all of us made them number one, right? We went over there in 2000 and made them number one. And now they're CNN. And they're worse than CNN because they claim to be something they're not. CNN tells you, we're a bunch of liberal jerks, okay? We're all liberals. We hate Republicans. They tell you, right? Fox News pretends to be something they're not. They're lying. and lying to the audience, I wouldn't do it to you, and I don't respect people who do, especially when we've made them number one and they're doing this to us. So we're going to take our break for the top and get back to the calls after the top of the hour break, okay? And I got to do some more meditation during the break, because when I tell you, Steve will tell you, I really don't get upset at things on the air. I don't. This is the first time that I can I would be afraid to take my blood pressure right now. I'm that upset. But I do want to ask you all a question. Do you or someone you know suffer from neuropathy? Steve did. The neuropathy symptoms are torture, right? Numbness, pain, burning, tingling in the hands and feet, the pins and needles feeling in the hands and feet, loss of balance. Oh yeah, the dizziness and the balance issues. There's a long list. And we were concerned about Steve going on our cruise. How was he going to go on a cruise with every neuropathy symptom there is? We went out on a mission to find treatment. Steve went to doctors, went to a neurologist. They said, that's your life. Go home, suffer. There's no treatment for neuropathy. Then we found Lighthouse Medical Center. They have a treatment that works. It rid Steve of his neuropathy symptoms. I've talked to many listeners who have had the same experience. They're located in Pompano. It's a medical practice that's been in practice with the same family for 75 years. 75 years, same family. It's amazing. No matter where you're located, though, they can help you with your neuropathy, even if you can't make it in person in Pompano. Here's the number, 754-222-6642. 754-222-6642. And online, lighthousemedicalcenter.com. We'll be back after this. 642. And online, lighthousemedicalcenter.com. We'll be back after this.
The new Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 is here.
Yeah, my blood pressure is through the flippin' roof. I mean, through the roof. Oh, man. If you're new, please subscribe. And everyone, if you've not already done it, please like the video. And I want to tell you, this is one of our YouTube watchers. Pool Boy to the Mob is his book. He's in YouTube. He usually watches after the show, not live, so you don't see him in the chat. Robert Allen Miltenberg. This book is available on Amazon, and I know some of you have already read it, and I've gotten some positive feedback from people that have read this book. He was a pool boy at a mob-owned Miami Beach hotel in the 70s, and he wrote this book about it. So support our MAGA brother author here, Pool Boy to the Mob. It's on Amazon. Pick it up. Oh, man. There's only one opening on the board. I am just, woo-wee.
So far this season, and hospitalizations at historic highs. Doctors now once again pushing people to get their flu shot and reinforcing the message to pregnant women, among whom vaccination rates are down this year.
ABC's Rhiannon Alley. President Biden heading to Egypt for his speak at COP27, the UN Climate Summit. President Kamala Harris will take part in a Veterans Day ceremony at Arlington National Cemetery. Federal judge in Texas blocked the Biden administration's student loan forgiveness program. It goes beyond the authority of the executive branch.
Hey, Rich, Mike wanted a copy of that interview. Okay. That's the board op I'm yelling down the hall for. He's Go to a spa today and get a massage. Yes, yes. We are back. I'm Brian. Steve Kane is here. Steve, I'm looking at a full board of calls. You know. All right. I think I know a couple of the people that have been on hold the longest. So I'm going to try to get the people that have been on. Some people have been on hold for an hour. And my apologies. I'm trying to get through everybody as fast as I can. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Gloria from Virginia Beach.
Hey, Gloria.
Gloria.
I just want to say one thing. Trump has always said all along, he never shows his hand. He never gives a time frame. So I think, Brian, you are correct that he put this out that he was going to do this to weed out, bring more of these snakes out of their holes.
Well, if that's the plan, it's working.
Well, Sears is one. I feel very betrayed.
I'm disgusted by Winsome Sears. You know, don't go anywhere, caller. This is Winsome Sears, and if you don't remember her, she's the black Republican lieutenant governor of Virginia, and she became a big celebrity when she won. Black female Republican. It's a big deal. And I was very upset when I learned that she was not naturally a U.S.-born citizen. She's from the island, so she can't run for president or vice president. But now I'm glad she's not a natural-born U.S. citizen. She could never be president or vice president. She went on Cavuto last night. This is Winsome Sears talking about Donald Trump.
When we look at the mission, and as a Marine, we're looking at the mission, and, you know, the voters have spoken, and they have said that they want a different leader. And
now keep in mind, we won. We won Tuesday night, but
true leader understands when they have become a liability. A true leader understands that it's time to step off the stage, and the voters have given us that very clear message.
So does that imply within the Republican Party, Lieutenant Governor, to Donald Trump, that it's time to step off the stage?
Yes, a house divided against itself cannot stand, and indeed that's where we are today. And as I said before, America is the prize. Why do we want to win elections? It's because we've got to learn to love each other, live together, govern together, and the voters are saying enough is enough.
So if the party wants to move on, or some of the parties, such as yourself, Lieutenant Governor, maybe Governor Youngkin feels the same way, but Donald Trump still makes a speech next week that he wants to run for president. What would you think about that?
I could not support him.
Wow. Traitorous. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Caller, I mean, what do you say about Winsome Sears? What kind of person is she?
Well,
Deluded.
I thought when she was running, I thought she was too good to be true.
Yeah.
And I feel like Trump did an excellent job smoking her out of her hole.
That's right. They're all, you know, all these never Trumpers have been in the rat's holes. You know, remember Saddam Hussein was in that rat hole with the little cooler top as that's what they're all like, and they've all been smoked out. And I will not forget any of this. I'm not going to forget any of these people.
Said conceivably, based on how it sounds, could be faked.
No. They're telling her, you want to be senator, you want to be governor, play ball. We're the establishment, you know, especially in Virginia, where all the D.C. people live. So no, they bought her off. And she's a liar, because we won on Tuesday night. We didn't win as big as we would like. There were a couple celebrities that didn't win, Oz and Herschel. Herschel's going to the runoff. Carrie Lake is still in play. But we won, and she's telling us that the voters spoke and we lost. She's a liar.
She's full of it.
Yes. Hey, thanks for the call. Oh, man, we've had great callers today, by the way. You're on the radio. No, really? Liberal Al the John is a great caller?
We usually get.
Okay. Most of our calls are good. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Good morning.
Going twice.
Yeah, you're there, caller. You're on. I hear you. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, you're on the air. Go ahead. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Paul D. from West Palm.
Paul from West Palm. How you doing?
Anyway, I'm really ticked at Trump about this thing, bashing DeSantis, because he's going to dig his own.
Yeah, but you didn't like Trump before he said these things about DeSantis.
I love Trump.
No. I've talked to you before, and every call you've made, you're trashing Trump. So, I mean, you're like Winsome Sears. You're a liar. You called yesterday. I know. Other than when you're lying. Okay, go ahead. Tell us that. We'll pretend we've never talked before.
First of all,
this guy called yesterday.
He doesn't have to say. He's going to sit back because he's going to watch Trump sit here and badmouth him. He's going to sit here and see what's going to happen with the polls and see where he's going to go in. Because first of all, he can't beat Trump. Okay? Trump can beat himself. And that's what he's going to keep on doing because they're going to run this and going to let them destroy each other. And that's what he's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like Trump.
This is the guy that called yesterday about Trump.
So you don't like Trump, based on what you just said.
No, that has nothing to do with what I said. I love Trump.
Oh, we can tell. Can you hear the love, Steve? Do you feel the love?
The thing is, you guys, you're not even listening to what I'm saying. You're like talking to my ex-wife. What I'm trying to tell you is, I'm worried that Trump, because he's sitting out here, he needs to keep...
All right, let me ask you a question. I got a question for you. You said it's like we're like talking to your ex-wife. Why did your wife leave you?
What's that?
Why'd your wife leave you?
Sorry, but the point...
He heard me the first time. Why, I'm just asking. You said we're like talking to your ex-wife. I want to know why your wife left you.
You want to listen to me. I can't get a word in.
Why did your wife leave you?
Listen, we're talking about Trump over here. That doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. I'm much more interested in why your wife left. Now that you've confirmed that your wife left you, what did you do to make her leave?
Here, marriages don't work. What I want to know from you is what you think about him, about Trump bashing. How is this going to help Trump by him?
This is so interesting. This guy's wife, he did something so bad, Steve. He's embarrassed to tell us what he did to make his wife leave him.
Give a shit.
Oh, there we go. Boom. Had to use the dump on him, too. Oh, my goodness. That guy, he called yesterday, okay? And yesterday was not his first call. Had to dump him. Okay, if you're on hold, stand by as we wait for the dump to come back up. Oh, my goodness. We have to wait for the delay to rebuild before we take more calls. If you're on hold, stand by. Oh, man, our number 1-888-GIL-KANE-1, 888-465-2631. Oh, my goodness, Steve, I think that guy was triggered. Yeah, all right, yeah. All right, you're on the radio. The delay has built back up. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Brian, this is George from Boca.
Hey, George.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, and Steve, straight up, I'm a Trump guy. After I voted, even before that polling station waving flags, and I'm berating Democrats, because I know Democrats are evil people. They're not. We play holy ball.
Here comes the
but
butt.
Democrat plays on unholy war. They don't care. Okay, now, I responded to what Trump said on Truth Social, and I told him exactly how I felt. His outburst was childish, unprovoked. Should never have said that. And I said everything that I wanted to tell him. That, listen, a good leader is not someone who's threatened by subordinates. A good leader stand up, and a good leader accept the fact that there might be people who might want to usurp his authority, but you don't lash out like that in the open. When you do that,
well, let me tell you a couple things about Trump, and I think you may agree, okay? I'm not going to give you a hard time, okay? But I want to talk to you. And I only have 50 seconds to have the whole conversation with you. Over the years, President Trump has said and done things that everyone said were the wrong thing, that were going to do him in. It started the first time with the Access Hollywood tape. Have you a recollection of something Trump has said and done that everyone said was terrible? I like people that don't get captured is another one, that did not turn out to be the right thing and turned out well in the end?
I can't recall anything you said.
And he always turned out to be right. And I'm telling you, something happened between. If something happened between these two guys, I wouldn't say unprovoked by Trump, if that was really put out there in anger. Listen, thanks for the call. I'm up against a break. You're a good caller. Please call us another time. We'll talk longer. Okay? Okay, take care. It's the Steve Kane Show. Steve's here. I'm Brian Craig. Callers on hold. Back after this. Thanks for the call. I'm up against a break. You're a good caller. Please call us another time. We'll talk longer. Okay? Okay, take care. It's the Steve Kane Show. Steve's here. I'm Brian Craig. Callers on hold. Back after this.
The Steve Kane Show, telling it like it is, whether you like it or not. Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
Eagle Eye Protection Services for all your firearm and security patrol service needs. Receive personal firearms training, including concealed carry for you, your friends, your neighbors.
That guy called yesterday. Do you guys remember that guy yesterday, Steve from Palm Beach? He called yesterday. I remember him very well. Oh, I got an itch on my back. I'm going to use the desk to scratch it, guys. Got it. Oh, yes. Yeah, he does. Or I think his ex has an issue with him. Yeah, that's. He was pretty triggered with that. He was pretty triggered with that one. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Cheney involved. What, with that guy's wife leaving him? Liz Cheney? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was uncalled for? No, not at all. That was hilarious. I thought that was hilarious. Why'd your wife leave? That's hilarious. Exactly. Exactly. It's a radio show, man. You know, like when I'm talking to the comedian, you know, comedians have hecklers. Talk radio's a lot like that. We have hecklers with our callers, you know. No, I didn't change the subject. I changed the subject into something more interesting. And hearing him have a triggered meltdown that resulted in me having to hang up and dump him was more entertaining than him. You know? Yeah, they're hecklers. Some of these guys are hecklers. It's a similar concept. When I first started doing this, I wasn't able to handle them very well, and they would have their way with me. I was like a victim, you know?
Medical open enrollment is approaching. Do you know what Medicare options are available to you? Call Debbie at 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080, and she will answer all your Medicare questions. 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
Grab your coffee. Get ready to be triggered. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All right, we're back. I'm Brian. Steve is here. You know, Steve, I was talking during the break to the, some of the people in our YouTube live chat room, and a couple people said that caller, the one I asked, why'd your wife leave you, that was uncalled for. And I changed the subject because he had us. No, listen. I found the guy uninteresting. He lied to us. He called yesterday. And I changed the subject into something that I thought was more interesting, and I think that was hilarious. I mean, I'm sorry. A lot of people I know are new to the show, and you haven't heard Steve and I really at work yet. 99% of these callers that you hear us give a hard time for, too, we're not using all of our powers and techniques. I mean, I mean, if we did, we'd be dead. But I was telling this to people in the chat room. No. The Colonel's secret recipe is safe, and we had that funny comedian Nick Di Paolo on. Comedians when they're on stage have hecklers. Well, we do too, in the form of many of our callers are hecklers, and sometimes you got to deal with a heckler in a certain way. And when I first started doing this, Steve will tell you, I wasn't it was a role reversal. The hecklers had their way with me when I first started doing this 85 years ago. So things have changed over the years. Now, you know how there's all these questions going on as to whether Paul Pelosi invited this nudist to the house or he broke in, right? Well, no, but I'll tell you this. If something like that were out there about me, like if the police came to my house at 2:30 in the morning and there was a man inside and everyone was saying, oh, Brian invited that guy over for a sexual rendezvous. It was a male prostitute. He didn't break in. I'd set the record straight, and I'd set it straight right away because I have the doorbell camera from Sloman's. And I would have video of him breaking in the door, and I would show it to all of you. And, the doorbell camera from Sloman's, you all should have one. You can get it for free. They'll tell you how when you call. I'm going to give you the number in a moment. It's really amazing. It's also a great convenience. You can check and see and get notifications at who is at your front door no matter where you are. I get notifications when I'm here on the radio, okay? And sometimes it's a package, okay? Sometimes it's a door-to-door salesman. A lot of times, I'm at home and there's someone at the door and I don't want to get up and answer the door. So I can just I get a notification, someone's there. I can look on my phone and see who's at the door and decide if I'm going to answer it or not, or just want to pretend I'm not home. But you can even talk to them through the door, and it also records everything and has night vision. So even at nighttime, you can see perfectly who was there. There's many other benefits too. Those are just some of my favorites. And you should get your free doorbell camera. You'll love it. It's super cool. It's very convenient. And it's also connected to the security system, so it makes you safer too. And if anyone accuses you of having male prostitutes in your house, not people breaking in, you can set the record straight. I'd have that video up on YouTube so quick, Steve, of the guy breaking in. I would never let people talk that way about me like that. But for some reason, the Pelosi's don't want to set the record straight. They got a camera at the door. All right, but here's the number. When you call, and no matter where you're located, give them a call. And when you call Sloman's, make sure you tell them you heard about them on the radio, and they'll tell you how you can get your free doorbell camera. Here's the number, 833-283-5050. 833-283-5050. Again, 833-283-5050. All right, there's only one opening on the board. Let's go. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yes, Juan from Cold Spring.
Hey, Juan.
Tuesday, they're making him out to be a liability. Trump is on his way back into the White House.
It's Tuesday.
Walker, because those two senators that were milquetoast Republicans that lost.
Yeah. Yeah.
And DeSantis, I would love to see those guys just make peace, because those are two integral part of the party. And I think it's a matter of ego. I don't know, but I do know that those two need to make up. If it's true that they're actually feuding, they need to make up. But keep in mind, though, the MAGA Republicans, we know who started this movement.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. The Tea Party with the leader. That's right. And yeah, that's right. And I'll tell you, I think it's interesting. President Trump's announcement at Mar-a-Lago is Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, right at the start of Hannity's show. I bet you Hannity plans on carrying it live. If it was any other time of day, Fox would stop it. And
observation.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing though that as far as Hannity, I don't much listen to Hannity anymore. He's very repetitious. He's not like you guys. You know what? Now that I think about it, it's like, DeSantis and Trump are having a disagreement. We don't know what the details are. Pretty much like you and Steve had disagreement. This is a family.
Well, I'll give you an example right now, okay? Richie the bus driver and I are obviously going through some problems, okay? And Richie and I have known each other for a long time, and this is, people be surprised at this. I used to ride Richie's bus. When I was in middle school and high school, before I had a car, I rode Richie's bus many times, and people say, how do you remember? He was a big mouth then on the bus, and he was a lot thinner. He was a lot thinner, but I remember my friends saying, this bus driver just won't shut up, and I remember him so clearly. He even gave me a bus transfer once. I rode his bus many times. But we're going through, and I've spent 2 weeks at sea with him on our cruises, and we're going through a spat right now, but we'll be friends again. That's what happens with guys.
Well, and I'll tell you right now, and Richie the bus driver, God love him, and I'd love to hear from Richie the bus driver. He's very emotional. He wears his emotion on his sleeve. And, and you guys are having a disagreement. Like I said, in this family, we're going to have disagreements, but we cannot lose focus. And thank you for letting me chime in.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And, Richie even reached out to a third party who I'm not going to mention. And I very specifically told them what Richie's up to, and he's still doing it. But we'll be friends again. That'll be cool. All right. Let's take another call. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, good morning. This is Jessica.
Hey, Jessica.
Hey, Jessica.
Hi. I'm the one that voted straight Republican, remember?
Yes.
Okay. But listen, I'm calling because of this disagreement between DeSantis and Trump. I mean,
Patrick,
I love
3-month
Trump.
member. Welcome.
Trump was the one that actually changed my views on politics. Like, watching him in his rallies, watching him speak, watching him say, look, those kids at the border were not gated or were not gay.
Yeah.
I have this.
It's an interesting word you use, it's a disappointment. It is a disappointment. I expect them to be above all this. They're so superior in so many ways, and all we're dealing with here is ego on both sides, and this is more important than ego.
Well,
than we realize.
Well, listen, we got to run for our bottom of the hour break. Jessica, thanks for the call. When we get back, we'll go back to the phones, and I know the phones have been busy today. I know some people have been on hold 90 minutes, and we'll get to you. All right. There is one opening where Jessica was at. 888-GO-KANE-1, 888-465-2631. I'm Brian Craig. Steve Kane is here. We'll take our break and be right back. Don't go anywhere. 888-GO-KANE-1. 888-465-2631. I'm Brian Craig. Steve Kane is here. We'll take our break and be right back. Oh, my goodness. All right, half an hour to go. Oh, man. Oh, man. Brian is on a trip. What do you mean I'm on a trip with a lot of followers? You mean the cruise? If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and everyone like the video if you don't mind. Liking the video is a great favor you do for me, because when you like the video, it tells the YouTube algorithm to recommend this video and my other videos to people that have not yet found my channel. And that, of course, helps us grow and get the MAGA message, Trump message out. Ugh. Yeah, I'm trying to relax during the breaks today, guys. I hope you guys understand. Yep, Tiffany's getting married tomorrow. Well, I was not hit that bad, but just a few minutes, like 10 minutes up the road, they had some pretty bad damage. I mean, I missed it literally by 10 minutes car ride, the damage from this hurricane. It's crazy. Oh, okay. I don't quite get that, Barbara. Maybe I'm slow today. Ray, I've seen you say that about right side like at least 5 times. We all got it, okay?
With like-minded people and businesses, the chamber will help your business grow. And
Ray Bassman.
With people that will become your best friends. Weekly events give you ample opportunities to learn alongside talented professionals.
It's a compliment? Okay.
At the Delray Beach Chamber of Commerce, we are
I'm not thinking too clearly. I'm really so upset today. I started off upset. After the show, I'm going to have like a crash. I'm going to, doing a radio show for 3 hours is like running a marathon. People don't realize, but it takes a lot of energy. Oh, a strange, oh yes, I get it now. Okay. Yes, he left, President Trump left Ivana and he left Marla. Yes, he did. Well, my invite is me, Kathy, +1. You want to be our +1 to Tiffany's wedding at Mar-a-Lago, Rome?
We did the laser on her on Saturday. On Monday, she returned, and she said, thank you, thank you, thank you. The joy of doing this all these years is helping patients, and the laser is just an amazing tool that I use to help people. Whether cute, chronic, young, old.
Yeah, I'm over-caffeinated, too.
NBA, football players, male, female, it doesn't matter. The laser will help. And once we finish patients up, I never hear from anybody. What I do hear from them is the referrals, the family, the wife, the cousin, the nephew that comes back. And that's the biggest joy.
Give Dr. Appleton a call at 954-973.
I've got water. I don't want to calm down too much because I still got a show to do.
This is Steve Kane. I want to tell you about my favorite restaurant in all of South Florida.
Yeah, Chuck Veritas, he's fine. But literally, 10 minutes car drive north of me had a lot of damage. It's crazy. No. Cannot check the blood pressure during the show or right after the show. Everyone that does a radio show has high blood pressure during the show. You want to be, that's why I stand. I could sit down. There's the other studio, there's 2 other studios I could use that are sitting studios, not standing studios. I choose to stand. I like standing up. The guy with the wife, he said the S word. He said, I don't give an S. I have to dump that. The guy with the 8-year-old said the S word too. It's supposed to be the second week in December, but you know how construction goes. But they gave me a date, but I'm thinking I might go up first because I should do a dry run before the full transfer, but I don't know. We'll see. It's a bit of a, it's further from my house in the morning, so I got to leave earlier. This studio is 15 minutes from my house. The new studio is about 35.
Just like Trump, they're standing up tall and they feel years younger. Now it's always a free consultation with Dr. Mutez.
It does not have, no, it's not on the top floor, and it doesn't have the same view. But it doesn't have tape on the windows. I'll promise you that. They have 3 or 4 studios. I can use any of them I want and rotate day to day if I want to. All right, we're coming back. Yeah, it's nicer. The equipment's nicer. It's the corporate headquarters for the company that owns all the radio stations. All right. Oh, man. All right, we are back. I'm Brian. You with us, Steve? Oh, boy. Oh, man. Today has been something else. All right, let me take some of these callers before we bring up anything else. People have been on hold and been patient with us, so let's go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Good morning. Some of them have been on hold so long they've fallen asleep. Good morning, caller. You're on the air. Once, twice. All right, you're on the radio. I feel bad doing that. They've been on hold. That caller's been on hold a long time. I'm so sorry. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Nancy from Louisiana.
Hey, Nancy.
Yes.
I am with Brian. I am so mad that I've written off. Fox News is dead to me.
Yes.
I know none of them's perfect, but Newsmax is the only one to me right now that's trying to keep this down, if I'm seeing correctly.
And they're facing pressures. Well, it's so interesting. President Trump's announcement on Tuesday is at 9 p.m. Eastern from Mar-a-Lago, and I'm guessing he's got that Hannity plans on carrying it. We'll see if Fox lets him. Newsmax, they need to carry that. I hope Newsmax carries it. But the other one, CNN and MSNBC, will not carry it under any circumstances.
No, and we need to not let this go. I don't agree with violence.
No. Once you say the but on that, we got to let you go. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. All right, 1-888. Okay, let me wait for the delay to build back up again. You know what? While we're waiting for the delay to build back up, let's talk about Anne-Marie, Steve. Well, let me do some recommendations here, okay, that I know you have not had. I'm going to give you 4 dishes. See, now, I introduced you to the pizza, and now you can't get off the pizza. I know the pizza's spectacular. Okay, there's a section on the main menu, okay, on the back of the main menu, Italian favorites, okay? On the big menu, it's on the big menu, on the on the back page of the big menu, the Italian favorites, and I'm going to make 3 recommendations, actually 4 recommendations to you. So, you know, what you should do is pick 2 of them. You get one, Lori get the other. The portions are so huge, you can feed 2-3 people with each portion, and then you can mix and match, okay? Do you have it? Okay, the Italian favorites. Of course, you've got the... now, there's 4 Italian favorites listed. Now, remember, everything at Anne-Marie's is homemade. These are literally Grandma's recipes, okay? That's not some gimmick. Grandma's in the kitchen. Okay, the Italian favorites. Alfredo. Butter, Parmesan, a touch of heavy cream. Out of this world, okay? Out of this world. Lasagna. Grandma's recipe with lasagna made with layers of pasta, ricotta, and ground beef. The baked ziti, and finally the spaghetti and meatballs. And let me tell you something. Of course, the sauces are homemade. The meatballs at Anne-Marie's are incredible, and they're huge, huge. And since you'll be there with Lori, get 2 of the Italian favorites and share each of them, because you know the portions are so huge. Oh, well, you can get all of 4 of the Italian favorites and then mix and match. You know, when we went to Anne-Marie's the first time and I ordered the, let's see, because I ordered it off the lunch menu. I ordered the baked ziti, and they brought it to me, and the portion was so huge. I said, "Is that a dinner portion?" Is that? Yeah, she says that's the portion. The portions are very large here.
Also, don't be bashful about asking for extra. First of all, everything is overstuffed, so they give you a ton of meat on that meat lover's pizza. And but I'm never too proud to order extra meat or extra the pepperoni. They have a very spicy sausage. The meat lover's pizza. Just tell them extra on everything, and you'll be glad you did.
Yeah, yeah. If you go for the pizza. My favorite, they have so many, it's hard to say favorite, but the Sicilian pizza, Steve, if you've not yet had the Sicilian, get that too over the weekend. And, you know, Anne Marie's is in Pompano. They're open for lunch, dinner, and takeout. They have great lunch specials daily till 2. In fact, we went there on Sunday and we ordered off the lunch specials menu. And they also, at night on the weekends, have entertainment, and it's a great place for the family or even date night. And the food is out of this world. It is classic, homemade Italian food that you have not had before, unless your grandmother is from Italy, and she was a great cook. I mean, the food there is just out of this world good. Anne Marie's is located on the northwest corner of Copans Road and US 1 Federal Highway in the same plaza as the movie theater. And when you stop in, make sure you tell them you heard about them on the radio. All right, so I'm going to go to the phones, but I think we're having some problems on the phone. We'll find out. We'll find out. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Chris from Kentucky.
All right, Kentucky. Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness. You know, I hit the dump button again. I'm the only person on earth, other than that guy, that heard that. I mean, you know, there has been a... I do not understand. You know, the finger that I have the arthritis in is the finger that I use to put the callers on the air and the dump button. You know, and you know, being on the radio is a very physical job. I got to push the mics on and off. I got to push the buttons on. I think I have arthritis from years of using the dump button on our callers. But maybe it is. I'm serious. The seminar callers, I've told you this. All the seminar callers, you used to hear Rush talk about this. Seminar callers are fake callers that are put up by the DNC to pretend to be things they're not, to try to get narratives going on talk shows. The seminar callers all have country accents and they're from Kentucky. What's that about, Steve? What is that about?
As good as my...
I mean, I mean, it's so strange. It's so strange. I don't know. Well, they're not really from Kentucky, and they're terrible Southern accents. But the majority of the seminar callers, almost every single one of them, claims to be from Kentucky. I don't know why the DNC has decided. Maybe they feel that's where the heart of MAGA belief will come from. If someone says they're from Kentucky and they have a Southern accent that will just hang on their every word, I don't know. All right, the delay has built back up. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, when we move into the new studios, you know, first thing I said is make sure the delay is right next to me. You know, the way I just tell when we're talking about the delay, just let me explain, then we'll go back to the phones. When you're listening to us on the radio, what you're hearing was said 20 seconds ago. We have 2 delays, right? I have one in my studio, which is 10 seconds to the master control room. That's another 10 seconds. So Steve and I are actually almost like voice time travelers. We're 20 seconds in your future if you're listening to us on the radio. And when I say that I use the dump button, someone has said something that you can't say on the radio, so we have to dump it. And when we hit the dump button, we go live until it builds back up. And the way you do it is when a caller says something, you hang up on the caller and then you hit the dump button, okay? Because if you hit you hang up on the caller, then you hit the dump button. If you do it in the reverse order, hit the dump button first, the caller's on the air and you're live while the delay's building back up. And I've heard national shows where F-bombs have gone out multiple times because it happens and they panic, they hit the dump button and don't hang up on the caller. And I've had to use the dump button almost like since my first day doing this. I've brought something out in callers that, yeah, right, yeah. I brought something out in callers that causes them to say things. Oh my goodness. All right, which line? 3. Okay. All right, our number is toll-free, 1-888-GO-CANE-1. We're going to take our break and check in with William Youngerman for the Gold Report. And in the last segment of the show, we'll go to the phones again. And hopefully I won't have to use the dump button again. How many times have I used the dump button today? 3 or 4? I've lost track. 4 times. That is not our record. All right, you're listening to Florida's longest-running radio show. I'm Brian Craig. Steve Kane is here. This is the Steve Kane Show on the radio since 1977, celebrating 45 years on the radio this year before there probably was even a delay. We'll be back after this. Radio since 1977, celebrating 45 years on the radio this year before there probably was even a delay. We'll be back after this.
The longest running radio show in the state of Florida. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig. Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
All right, each morning at this time, we check in with William Youngerman from the offices of William Youngerman Incorporated with the Morning Gold and Precious Metals Report. William Youngerman, how the metals look today?
Metals looking great. Amazing day. Another amazing day for the precious metals yesterday as we saw gold gain $48.90.
Wow.
Up $48.90, closing at $1,755. Silver gaining 63 cents, closing at $21.67. Platinum was up $51 at $1,033. And palladium gained $104 at $1,900 the ounce. The rally continues this morning as we see gold up another $8.70. This on the heels of the death of the U.S. dollar falling precipitously for the last few days. And gold up $8.70 right now at $1,763.70 the ounce. Silver unchanged at $21.67. Platinum up $7 at $1,040, and palladium up another $66 at $1,966 the ounce. So metals are doing exactly what they're supposed to do and doing it very well.
You know, I think the metals, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, William Youngerman, but the way I look at the metals is it's an investment that you never have to worry about. They're always, if they're down, they're going to go back up. Gold's been money for 5,000 years. It's not like the stock market where you're always on edge, is it?
Exactly. It's unlike cryptocurrencies, stocks that have gone to zero. It's the only tangible, real money in the world and has been 5,000.
And will be in 5,000 more years. Gold is gold. So what's the buy recommendation today, William Youngerman?
Again, gold and silver. We love them both.
Yeah. Well, listen, no matter where you're located, you can buy and sell the metals with William Youngerman. Give him a call. He opens up weekdays at 10 a.m. His number toll-free, 1-800-327-5010, 1-800-327-5010. Online at williamyoungerman.com, or stop in. And if you can stop in Boca, you really should. You'll see things you've never seen before or even imagined when it comes. It's a museum over there at William Youngerman's of gold, silver, old money. It's really a beautiful thing to see. I was over there the other day and I was looking at those 100-ounce silver bars. It's amazing. The address is 150 East Palmetto Park Road in Boca on the first floor of the Bank of America building, just east of US 1 Federal Highway on the south side of Palmetto. All right, William Youngerman, have a great weekend. We'll talk on Monday. All right, back after this.
On the air since 1977, it's the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All right, we are back. Oh, man. Have you seen those 100-ounce silver bars, Steve? Oh, my goodness. Oh, I remember that. Yes. Todd, our friend who sadly passed away. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. All right, callers on hold, stand by. Our number, 1-888-GO-CANE-1. I just want to tell people quickly, before we break, for the end of the week, we will go back to the calls. Don't go anywhere, guys. It's Christmas shopping season right now. There's no better place to shop than MyPillow.com. And with our promo code Kane at checkout, K-A-N-E, there are huge savings. In fact, you can take advantage of all the specials you see at MyPillow.com with our promo code Kane, K-A-N-E, not just the ones I highlight. But I just want to tell you about a couple things right quick here. One is the MyPillow itself. The MyPillow that started it all is at its lowest price ever. With our promo code Kane, just $19.98. And you know that patented fill inside the MyPillow, what it does is it stops your head from turning at night, right? You're comfortable, you don't toss and turn your head at night, which keeps you sleeping deeply all night long. You get a better night's sleep. You don't realize it, but on those old traditional pillows, your head moves at night. Every time you do that, you wake up, even though you don't know it. It's like having sleep apnea. And I got this pillow years ago and paid about $70 for it. Now, just $19.98. With the promo code Kane, they make great Christmas gifts. If you're a business owner and you're looking to give gifts to your employees, the MyPillow, they'll love it. My wife and I are going to buy a whole bunch of them this weekend and give them to a lot of people. We give MyPillows out every year, and a cool thing about it is every time we give someone a MyPillow, anytime we see them, even years later, they tell us, oh man, I love that pillow. It makes a great gift, and it's one that they will remember forever. $19.98, the lowest price ever, with the promo code Kane at checkout, K-A-N-E, at MyPillow.com. You can also order by phone, 1-800-716-4879. 1-800-716-4879, promo code Kane, K-A-N-E. All right, you're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Oh, here we go. Good morning. Once, twice. All right, you're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Oh, boy. Here we go. Good morning. Once, twice. All right, I guess I might have to start in the last segment doing... We're hearing from the liberals now is what's happening, and they're just... No, that's, you know... let me tell you, you know, let me give you another little tell here. You know, what we've been talking a lot about today is that the media are promoting this false narrative that we lost when we won, right? Not only did we win, we won big. Pelosi's not going to be the speaker anymore. Even if we don't take the Senate in the end, which we still may, but even if we don't, we've gained in the Senate. And there were a lot of other things we gained too. And one of the tells that we won is that the liberals that are calling in are acting like a bunch of dopes. When we lose elections, liberals call in and laugh at us on the air, don't they, Steve? They call in and laugh. They're enjoying it. They're being, oh, you lost. Da, 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 da. We have not heard all week long from one liberal caller who told us we lost this week. And we always do. And it goes up, it goes on for, yeah, exactly. It goes on for weeks, too. They call in, they laugh, they enjoy it. They, you know, you guys have no juice. You lost. Not one of those calls all week. Another tell that we won, other than the actual numbers and the people who won that you can see, and TV's lying to you, Nancy Pelosi is in Egypt at this climate summit. By the way, how many planes are they taking to this climate summit and polluting the climate with? If Nancy Pelosi thought she had won, she'd be over here gloating. But she went off to Egypt. That's like in hiding, okay? So, you know, there's a lot of tell. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, I'm going to attempt another call or two. Let's see. You're on the air. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hey, Sarah. What's up?
Boy, you need more coffee right now.
I do not need any more coffee, I'm here to tell you. I am so over-caffeinated.
I just hope it's like good cop, bad cop they're playing, DeSantis and Trump, because I love them both, and I hate to see any kind of risk. I don't know. It's so confusing. I don't know what the heck's going on.
Well, I'm going to tell you something here, okay? And I don't like... I'm not going to get in this position where I'm bad-mouthing DeSantis yet, okay? Because I need to see what's happening. But DeSantis, those never-Trumpers that are pushing DeSantis know what I'm about to tell you. I love Ron DeSantis as much as anyone else, okay? I mean, I'm in Florida, you're in Florida, I voted for him, I was just with him at our sponsor, Wings Plus, in Coral Springs on Sample Road. I got to meet him and his wife. DeSantis, I do not believe, could win a presidential election unless there's some big changes. And this is what I mean. He can't debate. Debates are his kryptonite. And I've seen him in 2 debates, the one with Charlie Crist and then the one 4 years ago with Andrew Gillum, and they were both the same. Presidential elections are won and lost in debates. And when you're in a debate, you need to be able to come in with zingers when they shoot them your way. And he doesn't have the skill set. And you put him on a debate stage with the debate performances that we saw with Andrew Gillum 4 years ago and Charlie Crist, I don't think unless he gets good and learns how to do it, I don't think Ron DeSantis could make it through the Republican primaries. I think what would happen is there'd be a lot of hype about Ron DeSantis. We'd have the first debate and boom. And then people would be like, oh my, they'd be shocked to see how he is. The debates that he's had have not been nationally televised. Most Floridians have not even seen them. They're hard to find even when they're on TV in Florida. They're on odd times. They're not promoted on the local news. You know, and at his debate level, he is not electable nationally. And the people that are pushing for him in the Republican establishment know this. They don't want him to be president either. He's MAGA, right? They want someone else as a Republican, not DeSantis. They don't want him either. It's a big lie they're selling us.
Well, I don't know anything. You know, I get so mad. I've Pennsylvania just.
I'd get the hell out of Pennsylvania. I wouldn't live in Pennsylvania. You know, another thing too, a lot of these elections, you know, we had big victories. Big victories. The victories would have been better if. Oh, by the way, someone said not zingers, facts. No, what I'm talking about is I knew John Kennedy, and you're no John Kennedy. I paid for this microphone. You were standing next to me at the last debate. Now you're at the end of the stage. At the next debate, you're going to be on the floor. Remember that one with Jeb and Trump? You know, you've got to be able to be quick and respond. And DeSantis doesn't have that skill set when it comes to debates. You can't go up there and be academic. You've got to be able to go up there and be a showman and come back when they take a jab at you. And I love Ron DeSantis, and I share this to expose what these never Trumpers know this.
It's all a joke.
No, you're not. You're dreaming.
I want to ask, how come Steve does? Why doesn't he go?
Steve does not use the internet.
I don't know how.
He doesn't want to know how. Steve's when the internet was new. This is the longest running radio show in Florida, so we were on the air before there was an internet. And I just got a text from a friend of mine who says, now you're putting down DeSantis. I am not putting down DeSantis about the debate. Listen, I'll tell you to do this. We're about to go off the air in a couple minutes, okay? Go on YouTube and watch Ron DeSantis' debate from 4 years ago. Yeah, go watch Ron DeSantis' debate from 4 years ago with Andrew Gillum. And then watch the Crist debate. But watch them in that order. Listen, you know, I was talking earlier, when I first started doing this, the callers used to have their way with me. I mean, I was on the air, and I would get some of these jerks that were calling in, and it took me a while to Steve, you know, teaching me how to handle callers, and it's not something you can just. He does not. I'm not attacking DeSantis. I am pointing out something about him that's got to be fixed if he is going to be president, and I think these never Trumpers know it, and they're setting him up to fail. I don't think anyone has had the courage to tell Ron DeSantis he can't debate. He's no good at debates. Listen, we're all not great at everything. I give you some examples. Rush Limbaugh and Michael Savage are great radio talk show hosts, right? Right, Rush Limbaugh and Michael Savage. I wouldn't put them at the same level, but Michael Savage and Rush Limbaugh are great radio talk show hosts. Get some liberal lady on the line, and she would have their way with either of them. They couldn't handle oppositional, hostile callers, especially Savage. And, you know, but that doesn't mean they're not great talk show hosts. They don't, but they lack a skill set. We take calls screenless. No one else does that because it's hard. And not everybody can do it without looking like a dope. And we do that we have someone here that could screen the calls. You know, not everybody can do that. That's why they don't take the call screenless. Someone might make them look bad or ask them something they don't know the answer to, you know. But DeSantis has to go, after we go off the air today, go and watch DeSantis debate with Gillum and then the Charlie Crist debate. Watch the Gillum one first, please. And he's got to be taught. Trump could teach him. But he's still...
Biden Fetterman, what a pair that would be, no?
Oh, yeah. If DeSantis is the running mate to Donald Trump, he will probably not do well in the vice presidential debate. And people will be shocked. You've got to be good in those debates. I'm sorry. You can't. When Charlie Crist starts asking you questions over and over, you can't stand there like with the deer in the headlight looks at the camera. You've got to have a response. It may not be the response Charlie Crist wants, but you've got to have a response to turn it back on to Charlie. DeSantis can't do it. Not yet. Hey, thanks for the call. Thanks for the call. All right, callers on hold. We're out of time. I'm going to get a lot of heat from that. You hear those noises? I'm getting text messages from people that are friends of mine that have my phone number and are text messaging me telling me, why am I attacking DeSantis? You're attacking DeSantis now? I'm not attacking DeSantis. I'm exposing what they're doing here. They're setting him up, the establishment, to fail. They do not want a second MAGA president in Ron DeSantis. All right, listen, guys. We're out of time for today. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. It's the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show on the radio since 1977, celebrating 45 years on the radio. I'm Brian. Steve Kane's been here as well. God bless America, and God bless Donald Trump. Longest-running radio show on the radio since 1977, celebrating 45 years on the radio. I'm Brian. Steve Kane's been here as well. God bless America, and God bless Donald Trump. All right. I had to talk fast because I was almost out of time. But listen, guys, I got to run. I got meetings I got to run to. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed. And, yes, thank you to the mods. The mods make the show so much better. And, everyone, please